It's just my phone is why. So
I know, but you should have heard it though. It was like epically. It was like amazing.
Really?
Because it was like. It was really funny. Filthy.
Yeah, we had
What was that?
just had two mongoloids fighting over the belt.
I heard it. I was dying, dude. I was like, he said, "I'm gonna shove it up your. I hope you shove it up your cunt or whatever." I fucking.
Oh, that was fucking classic.
Oh my god, dude. Whoever. Then you had fucking. Oh god, I don't know. I'm just fucking the whole thing. That's funny. People take it so serious, and it's not a fucking plastic toy either. It's a real fucking belt. Like, you got me fucking being the thing, being like, them being like, it's a fucking toy you're fighting over, and then I'm like, it's a real fucking belt. Sounds like JB's like masturbating in the cold.
Yeah, that was a crazy fucking hockey game tonight, huh?
Dude, I don't know what happened with the Bruins. They like they were doing well, and then they like the game. They were like asleep. Everybody was asleep. And then they fucking, would you ejaculate early? And then, they took their fucking foot off the pedal. Oh man, this stream is gonna... Everybody listening,
hockey game tonight. Huh?
Everybody listening to the pre-show, you're gonna want to refresh in a second, because this is gonna close.
Oh shit.
As usual. Yeah, but then, dude, I was like, if they come back and win, I'm gonna flip the fuck out. Like, if the Blue Jackets had won, I would have lost my mind.
Can you go to bed?
What is that?
And I plan on doing it in there. I usually do when I do it inside. I wasn't gonna do it in here. I always do it in there if I do it in here.
You're talking about sex, Don. I'm a dickhead.
Dude, Joe, last night when I said she had a face for Shao Kahn.
Yeah. We are live on the pre-show.
We're in the middle of watching two retards fight over a fake belt.
It's not fake. It's not fake.
She looked like she fucking just opened the Ark of the Covenant and stared right into it.
Oh my god.
Dude, she was like filthy. She was on like Monetize This in the chat last night. She was like talking shit about the belt, or like, talking shit about us and stuff, like trying to like get in on the gimmick,
Yeah.
And I was all like, I just feel sorry for her because she has a face like Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat 2.
It's so fucked up.
Dude, that shit was funny.
Like, you talking about the mask he's wearing?
No, dude, I'm talking about his fucking face, like his real face.
You were saying she
the
needed
dude that
that
plays
mask.
Buffalo Bob from Joe Dirt.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be Baraka. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's at least like intimidating. But if you just look like a rearranged pumpkin, I don't know.
I am the champ, and it is glorious. If I would have done that last night right after the Shao Kahn.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, fucking, I'll shove that belt up your cunt or whatever he said. Oh my god. Guys, we're getting ready here. Oh, Ken might need to know that he has to call this number too. He always calls the other one.
I just tried to add him.
Okay, yeah, because he always calls the wrong one, and I don't even have my tablet down here.
Who's taking over the stream while he comes on here?
I think his wife is gonna.
Oh, okay.
He should have just streamed this. Like just put this on there as part of the thing. I mean, I would have said yeah to that.
You piece of shit.
Can you guys hear sounds yet?
Not yet.
All right, let me mute you real quick. Just keep talking to each other, and that will. The minute the two of you are talking with me is when it just works.
You piece of shit.
Motherfucker into the mic.
You piece of shit.
Let's beast with Recon, bruh.
Yeah, we got it.
There we go. See?
I finished my third playthrough today of Resident Evil 2.
Faggot.
Nice.
I did Claire's side story or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say, man, Leon's playthrough was so much easier than Claire's.
Well, Leon pretty much starts at the fucking police station.
Well, it's 'cause
Well,
he's a
I haven't
whore.
done the second playthrough on Leon,
Oh.
but like I mean, just Leon's playthrough in general, man, because like he gets that fucking flamethrower, and and I had like 400 of that right all the way till the end of the game.
Yeah, the flamethrower fucks up those plant motherfuckers.
Oh, it takes like 10 fuel, and those bitches are frying. But like, and
if they grab you once, you're dead.
Yeah, that's I learned that the fucking hard way.
Leah's listening to the show right now upstairs. She goes, when you said, "Can you guys hear sounds?" She said yes. I realized she's not on the fucking call.
Not to mention, Leon gets that combat shotgun. That thing's fucking sick.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'll tell you what, though, Claire does get that needler or whatever that thing's called. That thing's sick.
Oh yeah, I like but I like Claire's grenade launcher.
Yeah, the grenade launcher is sick. Those acid rounds come in handy big time in the sewers when you got to fight those mongoloid things or whatever with like the poison spit.
You know what was a pain in the ass was the one achievement that was like probably the hardest one is the second time you fight whatever the fuck it's called. What's the main boss?
Well, the Tyrant or Mr. X?
No, Mr. X.
Oh yeah, that second fight on the elevator stinks.
When you got to knock him off the fucking when you got to use that machine to swing
the storage cars.
Yeah, and the fucking achievement is knock him off on the first time.
How do you do that?
Well, you got to weaken the shit out of him. You got to basically run around in circles and fuck his ass up, and then line him up with it. You know what I mean? And it was a pain in the fucking ass. But there's a spot. You know that right before that, when he's putting his claw through the ceiling, there's a fucking spot in that room where you can just stand there and he can't touch you.
Oh, dude, let me know where it is, because
Yeah.
I swear to God, I don't care how much you move around or like what path you do. Somehow he always manages to give me like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, there's a spot that he cannot touch you at all.
Oh, that's hot.
It's right near the door too. There's the door, and then to the left of the door, I think there's like a shelf or something that you stand under. And then you can, when he busts through the door, you could squeeze right by him and run right by him.
Yeah, I do know how to do that, like squeak by him as soon as he rips the door open.
Right.
I'll tell you, I wish I would have been streaming the game on my first Leon playthrough. I wish you could have heard me screaming like a fucking child. When
Dude,
Ada
when Tyrant shows up, it's all hell breaks loose.
Oh, well, yeah, that's just insane. But like when you have to use like Ada's like electro gun or whatever, the EMP thing,
Yeah.
or whatever it is that you know what I'm talking about, that in the wood or the burner box or whatever.
Oh yeah.
For some reason, and I can't tell you why, it took me like 3 times to finally realize I needed to use that fucking gun to like hack those boxes or whatever.
Oh.
So like for like 3 times in a row, I was just running around this box watching Ada burn to death. It's like, what the fuck do I do? But the game is so solid, man. I love it. The Mr. X shit, though, that gets tedious as fuck.
Yes.
Mr. X.
Yeah, he's like the guy that follows you through the game for the most
Oh,
part.
yeah.
Just like, oh, that is so annoying. Like, it aggravates the shit out of me. And then, like, I'm playing Leon's storyline, and then, like, when Ada, like, runs the SWAT team truck into him, I was like, oh, so that's how he dies in his storyline. Then he shows up, and then after you burn Plant 43, I was like, that motherfucker's still running around? Fucking hate that guy.
Yeah, I think I had to beat it. I think it was either 5 or 6 fucking times to get it all.
Dude,
I
you're
keep
insane.
adding Ken and
There
it's
is-
not working. Anybody know why that is?
What'd you say?
I keep adding Ken and it's not working.
I have no clue.
I don't understand what's going on.
Oh, wait, what is this?
Dude, my buddy, he's like you, man. He's like an OG like Resident Evil guy, so he had to
Jesus
platinum the game,
Christ!
Hey, there it goes.
There he is.
What the fuck was that? Oh,
Guys,
man. Yeah, sort of.
why can't I hear you?
Jesus.
We can hear.
Hey,
I can't
We
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Call me on your
Yeah.
cell phone.
We can hear you.
Something wrong with your internet. Something wrong with your internet.
So this is 98.
Yeah, this will be episode 98 when we ever start it.
Oh shit!
We're just about on time though for 2 a.m. start. Yeah, this is 98, so we got 2 more. Well, what 99 next week, and then 100.
The hell is that?
This will be like the 400th show episode I've done this year. I feel like.
How many beers in?
I drank 9.
You're gonna do it. You have to do a 24-hour live stream. You are already drinking 9 beers.
Yeah, that's kind of dumb.
I mean, it would be different if he did 9 lines of coke. Then we're talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, then you're talking about a 48-hour stream.
I know. 48-hour stream.
I'll do 74.
48-hour stream convincing people that you know about a business that would work, that you can open up.
How's my wife doing? She's fucking took over my channel.
Well, that's what they all do eventually.
I know. They make every little decision for you. You have to turn around to them and you have to be like, listen, I know what I'm doing. You can stop telling me what I got to do.
I was saying
You can stop.
we should have just had this go over there. You know what I mean? Had this broadcast there as like part of the whole thing.
I was going to say it, but I was like, fuck it. Whatever.
I thought the same thing. I did the same thing. I was like, maybe we'll decide that night or something. Dude, my favorite thing was when Tommy told he's gonna shove the belt in her cunt.
When? After I was asleep? After I went to sleep? When did you clean it again?
I can hear I can hear
I mean,
JB
it looks pretty
whispering,
clean.
but I can't hear Ken talking. Why is that?
Oh, you can't hear me?
Barely, but I could hear. It's weird. I can hear JB whispering to someone, but when you're talking loud, you're like fading in and out. It's like, but then,
Dude, it was so funny when he said, I'm going to shove it up your cunt. I could not believe he said that to her, bro.
I've got it almost pulled up to that point. Let me see.
Hold the fuck up, you
It's
motherfucker.
closed tomorrow. Sorry, Tommy. You can't send it out tomorrow.
Okay, first of all,
Wait, I just have to ask a question. Are you
YouTube video called "I'm the Champ," so that's what's gonna fucking happen.
Yeah.
Hold the fuck up, you
He goes, well,
motherfucker.
you're gonna be real mad tomorrow when I upload a YouTube video called "I'm the Champ," because she was like, "Oh, I just want you to stop calling yourself the champ." I don't think you would think Tommy would know Amanda Carmen after all these years. Amanda is serious, man. She'll fuck you up. She's for real about shit.
I'm not fucking scared.
Serious, bro.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, well, you're not scared, but you know what?
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Oh, Jesus. Burp.
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 What's up, everybody? We're getting ready. I'm just waiting for everybody to be okay, and we'll be good. We'll start the show. What's up to the chat? Have a suck fest. I'm sick as fuck. So if I cough, I'm sorry. But I slept every fucking 4 hours today. I had to go back to sleep. I was just dead.
He broke his foot.
Who broke his foot?
Yeah, somebody broke their foot. Someone I know broke their foot.
Who's the?
Dude.
Who just messaged me? Leah says, "Call me in. I'm being sick of being left out of the inside jokes." What? What the fuck inside jokes are we saying?
Well, what do we say?
I feel like we haven't said almost anything, really, to be honest. What the hell inside jokes are you talking about?
I didn't say any inside joke.
Me?
Yeah.
No, because I know, like, you'll say things and, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm missing out on stuff.
Oh. Because I muted it a second ago?
Yes.
Oh. He brought up, JB went hard. JB went hard last night, though. That was, and you know, when you did that, JB, listen, I love you. Here's the thing that I've learned. I'm very familiar with the clicks around, and listen, I'm not scared of shit either. I will say this right now. I'm not scared of anybody's whatever the fuck, right? Because, and I posted something that really doesn't have to do with this, but does, you know, about the clicks around the community that have, especially people that have been listening to my show for 5 years or whatever. And I've in the past, you know, joked around about a couple things, and I have seen those people all be like, "What a dickhead he," you know, and then kind of like leave the show for a while, all of them, and like be mad at me, and then be like, "You know what, we're back," you know, we're back or whatever. And you know, a lot of, I know Filthy's instinct would be like, "Yeah, fuck you," you know, and that's, you know, that's always kind of been my stance with things too. But I've kind of just relaxed on some of it, especially the people who, like, I know, you know, do support and that I've enjoyed being whatever. So, but I appreciate the Bailey still just gives no fucks. And the thing is, what happens when you say one thing about one or two of the people, it becomes a snowball effect of all the other people sticking up for them and turning on you and being mad at you. Look at the shit about Bobbitt on Twitter. You know what I mean? Today.
What's going on with Bobbitt?
Well, you know, fucking JP's wife is all pissed off, like, "Oh, the belt. Get ready for everything that comes with the belt." And you know what's funny is I'm thinking about it now, and I'm like, this is what she was talking about, man. Like, now you're in it. Hey, when you become the champion, you become a target. Like,
it's it. Plain and simple.
That's
what it's all about.
Yeah, it's not all fun and games. It's not all this is good.
It's not, man. It's not. You know, you take on that fucking belt, and you
There's
take
a
on that
lot
name.
of responsibility.
Yeah, and some people can't handle it, and you got to be ready for that. If you're not ready for that, you're going to have a miserable time. And listen, I've told people in the past, too, listen, if you don't want the belt, if you, like, don't want that responsibility, you don't want to deal with that, you can be the champion and not have the belt. That's okay. Whatever you want to do, you know, or if you want to just hold it for a day or two and then mail it back to me, you can do that if you want. You can do whatever you want, makes you comfortable.
Hey, listen, you want to throw your name into the hat and then, you know, half-ass it? Well, that's up to you. Yeah,
That's the thing, is people throw their name in the hat. You know what I mean? People pursue for it. Now, I don't think Amanda will do this because she's really, like, adamant about, like, let's go. You know, she's serious about wanting it.
She wants to strap that on, bro.
Yeah, and then fucking fuck Tommy with it against his will.
She needs something other than depression in her life.
Oh my god.
She's like a fucking before picture on a Mary Kay Cosmetics commercial.
What the fuck?
My god, dude.
Oh my
I mean, listen,
God.
I'm not exactly Brad Pitt, but if I had to if I had to look at that face in the mirror every morning, yeah, I'd hope for a belt.
Here we go. Now we're gonna start one up each other now.
Oh boy.
I mean, looks like she drank out of the wrong Holy Grail.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This whole thing just took a turn, folks. You are indeed in for one fucking fucked up episode.
Oh my god. I just lost 3 patrons on that one. Oh my god. This will turn into Joe's an asshole on his show.
She has a face that Ed Gein wouldn't even wear.
Oh my god.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Oh man.
Isn't that the guy whose Leatherface is based on?
I was gonna say, like, go get casted right now.
Oh my god, the 24-hour stream is over.
I guess I should have said that's a face that Leatherface wouldn't even peel off and wear.
Mike, come on, man.
Oh my Christ. Yeah, but my point in saying that, by the way, it's not to freak anybody out, but I'm just saying that she's got a lot of supporters that are like
I know why.
a lot of big boy supporters, friends of the show and stuff like that. So like I said, like this has nothing to do with what you're saying now. I'm just going back to sort of like the past, that when you will get backlash for things. So like tattooed fucking cunt face or whatever on Twitter was like, get ready for all that comes with that belt. It's a curse and it's a horrible thing. And she's telling Amanda Carmen like all this bullshit. And Amanda Carmen's like, I want the belt. Like, what the fuck? What bullshit? And she's like, well, you know how they shit on Bobbitt when he whatever won it or whatever. And I was like, no, Bobbitt was a bitch. Like, quite honestly, Bobbitt was a bitch. And then she's like, and all the stuff with Himmelgod, that when people said he kept it or whatever, I'm like, it got lost in the mail and he got some shit for it. Big whoop. Got lost in the mail, and some people shit on him for it. Some people knew it was lost in the mail. That's what happens. I left Rogaine out and got fucking a million fucking tweets and texts and emails about put some Rogaine on your face. I didn't go, oh no, my God, Drew and Ken. Why did you make attention to it?
I had my dog's ashes in the chat the other night.
Yeah.
I didn't flip out.
See that? Honestly, though, and you're right, and listen, people, when my turtle died, people fucked with me about the turtle, too. They were like, Joe's dead turtle, and here's a turtle shell from your rotted corpse turtle. And honestly, even though I literally sat in my backyard and fucking cried about a turtle, those messages didn't bother me. In fact,
it didn't bother me either.
Now, if one of our parents dies, and somebody says something, I don't know if we can handle that. You know what I mean? I don't know what that would be like.
I can still handle that. You know why? Because they don't know my fucking parents. You know what I mean? So it's like, no matter what they say, it's not going to hurt me because they really don't know the deal.
Yeah, that's the thing. I agree. It's like you're just like it doesn't register the same way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, unlike James Worley, we found out about his mom the other night. I didn't know about that. I said I hope she gets flattened or whatever, and then Tommy was like, "Well, Joe, his mother was murdered," and I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, and then fucking Dave Rose goes, by the way, that makes me feel so much better about James Worley's mother when I know that he was the one, like he was the kid.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, what Dave said was fucked up. Dave,
it's one of the most brutal things I've ever heard on the show.
Dave dude, it's so bad. Listen, I almost never apologize. Well, I almost never apologize for stuff. I reached out to James Worley and said, dude, I really am sorry about that. I had no clue, obviously, that happened to your mother, and that's infuriating and fucking disgusting and horrible that happened to her. And listen, where's she buried? Because I want to fuck her. No, I'm just kidding. No, I didn't say that. No, I said I really apologized to him, and he was like,
but still, fuck your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, and even Dave was like, what I said was fucked up. Like, I shouldn't have said that. He's like, but still kind of funny. I'm like, oh my God.
I wonder how bad Shannon's fucking my channel up.
Well,
Oh, stop.
Tell her to masturbate live on the fucking air.
I'm just kidding.
That's why you should have just streamed this. Be like, you know what? This will be on there too. But yeah, we're ready to start, I guess. So here we go. Let me get everything going. James Worley did it. Somebody. Oh no.
James Worley did it.
Oh my God, dude! I was reading the chat. Someone said, "Who's the one that killed her? Did they catch them?" And then someone else wrote, "James Worley did it."
James Worley's cat ate his mother. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Jesus, what?
What the fuck is a hyphen?
The jig's up. The jig's up, folks. He knows what a hyphen is.
Dude, Tommy's very lucky to have you, Hamza. He's fucking very lucky yet.
I dealt with JB's bullshit. Him not saying to me, basically calling me an autistic retard, that I didn't deserve it, okay? I had to wait for the belt also.
Listen to this.
Tommy. I had to wait for the belt also, okay?
Tommy.
So when Joe has helped send out the belt, okay? So when you get I hope you do. I hope you shove it up your ass.
Oh my, come on, Tommy! Tommy!
I'm going to respectfully send this belt to you.
Tommy! Tommy, come on, that's not right.
Oh my god!
You fucking cunt, he says. Man, I can't even hear what he's
What the
saying.
fuck did I miss?
You
What
got
the
like
fuck
this.
was all that?
He's,
is that you on the soundboard playing the fart noises?
No, that wasn't me.
I can't even
Who
hear
was
Tommy
that?
because there's like
Is that you, kid?
so much shit.
As soon as he tells her to shove it up her ass, you hear.
Listen to this. Listen to this.
Spot, dude.
Listen to this. Ready?
Tommy, come on, do the right thing here, Tommy.
I hope you shove it up your cunt.
Oh!
I hope you shove it up your cunt. Look at her. Look at her face when he says this too. Her face is
Put it
just.
on the Skype so I can see it.
It actually won't let me put it on Skype
Oh, okay.
because I need to restart Skype in order to do that. But
Oh, Tommy, come on, Jesus Christ!
oh my god, man. Fucking sounds like a war zone. Like
For the best, you don't put Amanda Carmen's face on my screen. It's already cracked enough.
shove it up your cunt. I can't wait to isolate that later.
I know, right?
Can you believe that's hard, dude? What the fuck?
That
Yeah.
goes to show you how serious Tommy takes that belt stuff. Like, it's weird, dude.
Yeah. Well, she does too, but he's worse because he should know like that she didn't fucking do what you did with the belt. So what? It's and by the way, all I said to him was, he's like, well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it out till Monday or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. It's the weekend. Listen, enjoy it. Last couple days with it, and then mail it out Monday, and you'll be good. You know. And
mail it out Monday.
You better send out.
Like, dude, he made it sound like you were like, yo, man, go on vacation with it. Try to get it on your local news. You know, parade it around.
Yeah.
Like,
I heard him.
he
I was like, I almost called in because I almost called in to be like, listen, that's not what I said, Tommy, because now I just said,
Yeah,
you know,
you were on the phone with me when you said that.
Right.
You said I should call into the show and clarify.
Motherfucker.
Chose to enjoy it and flaunt it.
Yeah, flaunt it around and then fucking rape somebody with it and say that it's the Joe Cronin show.
Good Lord.
My wife was like, Ken, is this like fake? Are they like kidding around? I go,
Yeah,
what do you
I
mean?
heard that.
She goes, yeah, she's like, is Amanda and Tommy in on this together? And I'm like, no, why? What are you saying? And she's like, they're really that man over the belt? And I'm like, no, yeah, they are. They are.
Dude, she didn't ask it on the show. She was like, is this a work,
Gotta
guys?
watch
And they
Twitter.
both simultaneously go, no.
You just watch Twitter. Listen to them on Twitter. He's fucking for real. All right, well, let me start the show here.
Please.
I want pizza.
I want pizza aids.
This is Corrupted. The Corrupted Podcast.
What's up? My name is Joe Cronin. This is Corrupted 98. I'm gay. No. Alex Jones. I really miss him. And also JB from JB Show. Fuck, what's your account? What's your fucking link, JB?
This is starting to become shtick at this point. JBSportsRadio.com. From now on, I'll just lead in.
There you go. How about you start the show? You know, I mean, I started the first 100 episodes, like almost. You can just do the next 100.
I'll do the next 100.
Yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. And Ken,
And I'll be like, you guys are listening to the Joe Cornyn. What is it again?
Somebody did call me Joe Cornyn.
It was Tommy C. He used to always call you Joe Cornyn.
Oh yeah, fucking work with the guy. Can't get my name right. We got Ken from the Foul Mouth Network and Filthy Mouth Gamer.
We're a little late to the program here. We were busy watching two mongoloids fight over a belt.
Seriously.
Yeah. See, I like that belt. That works as long as you don't say fucking toy.
It was like the Toxic Avenger versus Sloth.
Oh my god.
It was like watching two swamp things argue over it.
I got to give it up, man.
Muggsy.
Oh no. Is that the victim from like 40 episodes ago?
I got to give it up for Brian Guy, man.
No,
Thank
look
you,
at
bro.
Kenny's fucking.
Pump that fucking dog cunt. Come on.
Oh. Is this what happens every time Ken gets drunk? He starts fucking his dog.
He starts fucking his. Look at the dog. The dog's into it too.
Well, the
He
dog
looked
knows.
back on it.
The dog's not into it. He's been conditioned.
Look,
Dog, this has been conditioned.
Fucking piece of shit.
Oh my
Got
god.
his legs up in the air.
Yeah.
Wow.
This dog is like, oh, this is happening again.
I think the dog's eating him out right now.
Yeah. Whenever he sees the
His eyes roll in
Smirnoff,
the back of his head. You see that?
when the dog sees Goldschlager, the dog just looks for cum.
Like,
All
can't
right, well,
buy a bottle of Goldschlager. They'll come in the house and you just see the dog like humping everything.
This is a podcast, though. We can't just keep describing what's happening. to Ken.
Describing Ken on video. I don't know. It kind of works.
It kind of does work. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. If the dog comes, it will be really exciting.
Theater of the mind. Yeah, because that'd be a great soundbite. Just
Yeah. Imagine calling porn like it's a sporting event.
oh my god, play-by-play. That'd be a great bit.
That would be really cool. We should do that. Like, I mean,
you try to keep it like PG, like you can't say anything. You just have to describe it without using the words.
well, I wouldn't have wanted to do that, but that might be interesting too. Like, oh, now he's going for the. Oh, I've seen this. This is called the inward-outward shovel pass.
My God. Yeah, that would be tough.
Matt Moon, Daryl Stoltz, Justin McNeil, Gary Metzler, Mikey Tukrike, Mike Guaz, TJ, Andrew Ryan, Ark, Nolia, Strokelbean, J-Man, Ace. Thank you guys for being big-time patrons. We'll shout the rest out in a few. What's up to everybody? This is episode 98. And I heard somebody got married today. Ken, who got married?
Got married.
Didn't Blake get married?
No, I think he went on his honeymoon.
Oh,
canceled it.
Oh, really?
He went on it or canceled it?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he got hurt or something.
Well, listen, either way, I just want to say I heard Blake was going on his honeymoon, so congrats to him and whatever the name of the whore is that he married. I hope they had a good time. I'm sorry.
Was it one of those Asian broads you get out of a catalog?
With
no, it's a regular chick.
You know what? Oh,
you gotta hear that every time. Get out of
You know what? He is near San Diego, which is where a lot of those things come from.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of those things.
Oops.
Good Lord.
What
Sorry. About? You know, the Guatemalan cock gobblers.
What?
No, they're not the Guatemalan girls. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, I'm gonna let you continue with this shovel. Go ahead.
No, it's the what's the fucking island over there?
The fucking Taiwanese goo gobblers.
Yeah, not the Taiwanese, but you're getting close now. You're getting close, man. When I was a
Filipina?
Yes.
Filipinas? I mean Filipino?
Is it Philippines? It might be the Filipino. Yeah, Filipino hooker. Yeah. Little
Those
fucking
are like lady boys. You gotta be careful.
Slave bride.
Disgusting.
Yeah, you better get that tested because you never know how old they are. What?
Fucking weird lady boys, man. I hope they all burn alive.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Fucking lady boys are gross,
man,
bro.
Some people take some shit so serious, man. Like, get a fucking life.
I know, man. And listen, and here's the thing, like,
or take your own. One of the two.
I've shit all over myself. We've shit on each other. Like last week, Leah and Troy roasted me on my own show, and it's like nobody's really upset.
I know. You know, I got a friend of mine who's like all pissy with me right now because I didn't do something to his satisfaction. So you know what? It's like, hey man, sorry, but this is who I am. If you don't like who I am, then don't be friends with me. Fuck you want me to tell you?
Oh man, I wish
you know, like,
I'd like to know what that is. I mean, so you didn't fuck him the right way, is what you're saying?
No, but basically, like, you know, it's like I was asked to do something for a person, right? And I did it, but I guess in their eyes, I kind of half-assed it.
It's like Tommy when that guy demanded a shout out, and then Tommy was like, I don't know, his name is something. He plays with his dog. Anyway, there's your shout out, and then the guy was pissed. So like you tried.
I kind of half-assed it, but I didn't mean to. But I half-assed it a little bit. But like, it's like, come on, you're really gonna fucking like, you know, fucking hang me on a cross for the next 5 years because of it. It's like, come on, move on.
Is this a family member or is this a person about the show or?
No. It's a personal friend, but it's like he asked me to do something for him, and I did it, and I didn't do it up to like I guess satisfaction. And it's like, and
this is so gay sounding. I mean,
he's ripping. It's so stupid. It's like, come on, man. Like, I did my best. What do you want me to tell you?
No, Bailey, you know about this.
I do?
This is what Leah says when... What? Yeah. In the sex.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Why does he do this?
What? I don't know. There was nothing else. I was just trying to drive the conversation,
Yeah, to a weird fucking place. You're talking about your wife and sex, and you're like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, no, I do not.
I don't know. I'm sick, bro. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I know, you're all medicated.
I'm on like 3 different medications, and I'm up for the first hour I wake up from a nap. I feel like I'm not sick anymore, and I go, oh, wow, I feel great. This is awesome. I think it's gone. And
After
then
you first wake up?
Yeah, the first 8 minutes when I wake up, I feel like shit ass, and I'm like, this sucks.
Yeah.
But then I start feeling like, oh wait, I'm actually better. This is way better. And then I start walking around like feeling like this is great. And within about an hour of that, I start bogging down again, and feeling sore again.
Yep.
And then I want to go right back to sleep again. So I don't know what the fuck's going on.
What are you on, antibiotics?
No. I'm just on.
Are you taking Dayquil? Because that shit'll drain you, man.
No, you know what? I'm actually not taking almost anything. I'm just taking ibuprofen for the sore pain.
Well, there it is. The ibuprofen. The ibuprofen like wreaks havoc on your fucking gut health. It kills all the bacteria in your fucking stomach.
So you're telling me I need to be taking a probiotic with the ibuprofen?
Right. Yes. As a matter of fact, a lot of times if you take it too much, it causes inflammation.
Yeah.
Doesn't ibuprofen have that antisaminofen or whatever it's called in it?
Acetaminophen?
No.
Yeah. Is that what it's called?
No, that's
acetaminophen.
That's in Tylenol. And aspirins, some aspirins.
Get you some of this methamphetamine.
Yeah, give me acetaminophen. That's the one that can like
acetaminophen.
Acetamuckafuck.
Give me some of that acetaminophen.
Cinnamon.
Somebody
give me some of them cinnamon.
It sounded like you got a rapper from the 80s.
Mixed together, cinnamon and medicine mixed together. Give me some of that acetaminophen.
Acetaminophen.
Dude, my father, whenever he would go to the hospital, my father was such a drug addict fuck when he was younger, that whenever he would go to the hospital, he'd always be like, I'm in a lot of pain. You got to shoot me up with the fucking... with that stuff. And then they give him like painkillers and he'd take them like orally and he'd be like, it's not working. I'm in a lot of pain. You got it. And then all of a sudden they come in with like the morphine drip and he'd be like, oh, that's so much better. I'm like, you're sick Vietnam veteran fuck you are, like
I would love
only
that.
A Vietnam veteran would be like, put me on the morphine drip.
Right.
Well,
he knows.
Toothache.
He knows, man. Not a lot of other people.
For toothache.
Hey man, I've had toothaches. You need that shit. Me and Ken. I've seen Ken's teeth. He's got the same thing as me. Like there's like rotted shit in the back.
Oh, dude, I have one tooth. That it's the last cavity I have now because I fixed everything else, and it's the last one I have, and it's all the way the very last one on the top. And I've never had a problem with my top teeth ever, and it's the only tooth that's fucked up. And this thing like broke the other day so bad that now there's like a gaping hole in it, and it was starting to hurt the other day, so I stuck the whole fucking tube of this numbing shit inside my tooth and like pumped this whole fucking thing in there, dude. It was so gross. I'm like, I gotta get to the fucking dentist again, man.
Have you seen the cement stuff? You can mold this cement stuff, this mold shit.
I've seen that shit. Yeah, I've seen that shit.
If you stick that in there, it basically acts like a temporary filling for a month to like 4 months. Like you could legit, you could keep filling it in if you wanted to. Like it's pretty crazy. I mean, it's not bad, I did it on one tooth, and it fell out after a month and a half. But I mean, I was like an idiot. I was chewing fucking bubble gum.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, I was talking to my dentist. He said that people that get a lot of cavities don't have a lot of plaque, and people who have a lot of plaque don't get a lot of cavities.
Wow.
It's probably because like the pH in your saliva is different.
I wonder if you can change that by changing the pH of water, or if that's not related at all.
Yeah, I have no idea what that's related to.
That's interesting. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Oh, JB, and we will get to questions in a little while, motherfuckers. What's up to the chat? Hey, JB, you mentioned something like you didn't want to forget something about a hangover.
Yes, I think today, and I can't even explain why. I mean, you guys can maybe help me out here, but I had probably a top 5 hangover I've ever had today after last night's show.
I take that as like a badge. We did that to you or monetize this.
It was really bad, man. So, like, I got off the show around, like, what was it, like 3:30?
No, it was like, yeah, it was like 3:30, I think. Yeah, it was 3:30, yeah.
Yeah, so, and I drank 10 beers during the show, and then I had sprinkled, I think 2 or 3 shots of wild turkey, and that may have been where I messed up.
Yep. Yeah,
and I remember just as I was telling you guys, hey, I'm going to get out of here, and I put the microphone down, shut the laptop off, and I turned and went to walk in the house and just almost fell flat on my face. Like, because I'm just standing still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the second I did like the motion, like all that liquor and the beer just settled in. I went inside on the couch, and I was so fucking drunk. I just grabbed a bag of Doritos, and I was just eating them like a fucking African child.
No. And that made it worse.
JB, I was doing the same thing. I looked at my wife, and I go, put some cheese on those Doritos. And she put cheese on it and brought it over to me, and I was just going, I couldn't stop, dude.
Well, Ken, listen to this. I was so desperate to like get some of this alcohol soaked up, and I was drunk too. So I was like, you know what I mean? I was so counterbalanced. It was retarded. I went in the fridge, dude, and I grabbed these little like bread bites, and it was like dipping them in hummus.
Oh,
hummus.
I like hummus.
See, now, believe it or not, you're making it worse for yourself when you're doing this shit.
Yes.
Oh, I know now. I found out really bad. So I fell asleep around 5 a.m. My fucking kids wake up at 7:30.
Oh.
I'm on the couch snotted, dude. I was so fucked up. They're running around the living room screaming and just having a gay old time. I'm on the couch, and I had this goddamn migraine. It felt like just somebody was like just holding my head and just like fucking squeezing it.
Oh man!
And my son, he had moved a kitchen table chair up against the refrigerator, and this is the first time he's ever done this. By the way, we have this big ass bag of like dum suckers we have on top of the refrigerator, so if like they do something good, we give him a dum. He gets on this chair and grabs this bag of dum suckers down. He goes in the living room with my daughter, they're both in on this, and go behind the chair, and they're just giggling, and you can hear the wrappers being taken off of like 1,000 dum-dums.
Yeah, my kids would do that.
And dude, so I go over because I'm ready to explode, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do my best not to take this out on him. But I didn't know at the time that that's what they had done. I look over the chair and I see this horde of suckers and rappers, and they're giggling, and they both look up, and I have a picture of it happening in real time. They like freak out. They start yelling because they realize they just got caught, and I start freaking out. I'm like, go lay down! Daddy's got a headache!
And then you beat them.
So anyways, they go back in the room, they start playing, and no sooner than I went to the couch, I was like, I mean, it was just like it all from when I yelled, dude. I started puking up the fucking bread bites and the hummus and the Doritos.
I wish they would have stood over your caucus and said, "That's what you get, Daddy, you fucking loser."
I would have smacked them. I would have slugged them.
You know what the best is? When you're really, really fucking like hungover, drunk, right, or whatever, and you wake up the next day and you throw up, and after you throw up, you feel 1,000,000 times fucking better.
I did feel better, but when I came into the living room, by the way, Key slept until 10. That really bothered the fuck out of me. I was like, she comes out, she's like, "Oh, sorry, I overslept," and I was like, I need to go in the bedroom right now. I was like, I need silence because it was bad, dude. I think I had a migraine. Like it was that bad.
So dum suckers, those are like hookers that blow retards.
Oh,
Dude, what the?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hey, fucking Blake, you're a dum sucker.
wow.
Oh my God, Blake's gonna be fucking so fucking.
He's gonna be so mad.
Dude, Jesus.
That's gonna be an interesting plane ride home when he's reading those.
Or whatever his make believe name is on Patreon, like Fern7 or something. I don't know.
So, anyways, long story short, it took one of the whatever the biggest size coffee you can get at Starbucks is. It took all of that and the biggest size. They have like those. Do you guys get Starbucks very often, or
no? I'm not gay.
Well, they have those refreshers there, man. They're like for hydration. And I had to drink the tallest one of those. And after I drank both of those, it took like an hour to get my body back to normal. Like it was bad. But I don't know why, because I think it had to have been the Wild Turkey, because I can drink 10 beers and wake up the next day and finish like a hummingbird.
Oh, it's the Wild. That shit's hard, man.
No, it's the Wild Turkey, but you remember, you ate Doritos. So
yeah,
obviously everybody knows that a hangover is just being dehydrated.
Yeah.
So you fucking already had all this alcohol in, then you shove Doritos down your gullet. That's got all the salt in it.
Oh, the sodium. Yeah.
That's making it worse. Same thing with the hummus. Listen, it's a fucking rookie maneuver. You got to have like a bottle of Gatorade ready and 2 or 3 Advil, and you'll be set to jet, dude.
Go get
I used
Pedialyte.
to, anytime I partied, I used to always, before I would go to sleep, I would have a bottle of vitamin water and 2 ibuprofen, and I would drink those before I would go to sleep.
You're older now. You got to get Pedialyte. I'm telling you, you have to get Pedialyte.
Pedialyte's another awesome one.
I've done that before. I did it after Joe. You recommended it like 2 years ago. I tried it and it was great.
I always have a cock ready.
Dear Lord.
What the fuck?
There's a lot of electrolytes in cum.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all about keeping your electrolytes up.
It does kind of look like that one Gatorade, like the weird colored
Who
one.
drinks that one?
New Gatorade. What about that new Gatorade that's fucking like white? Looks like fucking.
That's the
that's what we're talking about. That one's
Isn't it lemon?
New, bro.
Yeah, it's like the glacier one almost.
It's like I think it's called Limeade or something like that.
Yeah, I call it fucking cloudy
Dude,
cum.
I'm in shock that Tommy looked that chick in the face and said that I'll fucking shove the belt in your cunt. Jesus Christ.
I'm proud of him. What do you mean?
Well, he may not have known it was a chick when he looked at her face.
No. Oh no.
Hey, why did they start fighting? Did Tommy just all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be all gracious and nice," and now I'm not gonna be?
No. I'll tell you what happened. So first of all, he said, "What do I do with the belt?" Blah blah. By the way, they're both arguing about how to send the belt. She doesn't trust his address, so they want to send the belt to me so I can then send it to her. So whatever. So that started,
Can't blame her.
and I don't blame her either. So.
I'll spray that shit with Lysol first.
But so they, I'll spray on my cum and then give it to her. No, but so they're like, okay, whatever. And Tommy's out, and Tommy says, "What do I do? I don't have the money yet to ship this, and whatever." And of course, Tommy can get the money from some fucking nitwit that he gets everything from. But anyway, so I'm like, yeah, dude, you know what? Send it out Monday. Enjoy it for a couple days until Monday. And send it out Monday. Don't worry about getting it out tonight, or whatever. Get it out Monday, and you'll be good. But he's out partying with it still, and so that Amanda on Twitter was basically like, "That's my motherfucking belt, you piece of shit," and she's not kidding. You know what I mean? She's not joking around with him like this is funny. She's legit like this. Don't be doing that and saying you're the champion when I'm the champion.
Yeah, but let me tell you something. If I was the champion, or if I had the belt and she got an attitude with me, I would go in like a sauna with Under Armour underwear on.
Yeah.
And I would sweat my balls off for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then I would take them and I would just rub the ball sweat.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
And
wring
the
it out.
asshole taint sweat.
Yeah.
All over that fucking thing.
Wring the
On
underwear
spike.
out over top of the belt.
Yeah.
But it's not even sweat. It's like it's almost like a fucking marmalade, like a ball marmalade. Spread all over that fucking thing.
That's so.
So is he out like?
I make videos farting on it and send it to her.
Yeah.
Is he saying he's the champion?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
Yes.
Oh well, fuck him.
Well, that's what Amanda said. That's
fucking disgusting.
Amanda
bro.
was like, I don't have a problem if you want to have your last whatever, but you're saying you're the champion is bullshit. And so she's screaming at him, so that everybody's taking sides about who's worse, her or Tommy. You're taking it too serious. I don't know, it's fucking hilarious. I'm sitting
Well,
back
I mean,
there.
that's kind of stupid to go around calling yourself the champion, recording it, and putting it on the internet where you know the other person's going to see it. And then
Yeah.
it's like, you didn't win.
It's a fucking belt. I mean, you know, what, just fucking, what
yeah,
the
that
fuck?
would be stupid if you lose and then still call yourself the champion for a week.
Well, that's the thing is he's blaming it
But
like.
you know that he's out there being serious.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
that's true. See, I was doing.
There's a difference when you're joking around and it's like a funny thing and everybody's getting a laugh out of it.
I was
when
doing shtick.
Huh?
I was doing shtick, and he's like,
Yeah, no, he's probably out there thinking like he probably didn't tell anybody that he lost. He probably is just like, yep, I'm the champion, blah, 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 like, just living it
Shove
up.
it up, you cunt. He's going to send the belt to her with a shoehorn.
I'm still convinced that we're never going to see it.
Oh, yeah, he'll get it. He's good at shipping things. I'm telling you, he is good at it. Let me.
You know, I dealt with JB's bullshit. Him not saying to me, basically calling me an autistic retard that I didn't deserve it. Okay, I had to wait.
He blames everything on her that JB did.
Doesn't have right to. I had to wait for the belt also. Okay,
Tommy.
So when Joe is helping send out the belt. Okay, so when you get I hope you do. I hope you shove it up your ass.
Oh my! Come on, Tommy! Tommy!
I absolutely send this belt to you.
Tommy!
Stop barking at me.
Tommy, come on, that's not right.
Oh my God!
Tommy, come on, do the right thing here, Tommy.
I hope you shove it up your cunt.
Oh, Tommy, come on, Jesus Christ!
I hope you shove it up your cunt.
dude, I know that line's funny, but you know me. As soon as I heard that fart sound play, as soon as he said "shout up your ass," near, whoa. Somebody had their finger over that button for the whole show, and finally somebody said "ass." They were just like, "Bam!" Oh, dude, fucking Marmalade. That's still fucking.
Yeah, that was
fucking gross.
That was
bro.
retard decision number 3 on your part.
Yeah.
Next
Looks
time
like-
you have a hangover, think of that.
Oh, dude. And my stomach hasn't been the same all day. Like, that's still not figured out. That right there did look like fucking orange juice pulp.
Like that fucking old concentrate.
Yeah, dude. Like the MRE marmalade.
Fuck says that old concentrate.
I used to love that shit as a kid.
That's
that
that
shit
old
right out of that concentrate.
Yo, you hear a dude go, yeah, I can't wait to fuck that. That's that old concentrate.
I'm gonna fuck the marmalade right out of that bitch.
But
So
she
listen,
said,
I've been waiting all fucking week to ask you guys what you felt about this Game of Thrones episode.
All right, I'm gonna go have a cigarette. Leah, take it away.
Gonna leave me here alone?
No, I'm here. Go ahead.
Well, let me get this off. I went to queue up the Sonic talk. Let's get the Game of Thrones first, and then we'll get Sonic after. Yeah, go ahead, Leah. I'm gonna grab a drink. I really am grabbing a drink.
Why am I starting this?
Hang on. I will say. Hang on, just. A
Well,
second.
me and
Let
JB did 8 minutes on this. It was pretty good. We the weird thing is we kind of liked it, and
Yeah, well, Joe called into my morning show that Monday, and Leah, you heard the clip on there. But
yeah.
All right, so oh shit, fuck. All right, so I'll just set the clip. I'll set us up a little bit here. So I remember hearing Filthy on was it Foulmouth Live? You guys were talking
Wednesday.
about it? Okay, so I was listening to Foulmouth Live, and because me and Leah had spoken briefly about the episode, I mean, it was like that. I want to say like somewhere around maybe that day or something. But then I'd heard Filthy blasting this episode. It was probably the first person I'd heard blast it. So, like, I know Filthy's got a lot to say about it, and I know Leah, you were pretty happy about the clip, but so Filthy, let me ask you, what was your biggest problem with the episode? Was it the Arya kill?
No, I have no problem with Arya kill. Arya is one of my favorite characters, so like I have no problem with that.
Well, I heard you say you hated that she just like was able to run up on him.
No, first of all, she didn't run up on him. She fucking flew through the air like Princess Leia in The Last Jedi. It was fucking ridiculous.
How dare you compare that?
Dude, it's like that. But that's the tip of the iceberg with that episode. That wasn't even like what really aggravated me. I mean, like within the first 10 minutes, I was aggravated. You have 10,000 fucking Dothraki who have come over the fucking Narrow Sea with you and have fought with you. You don't give a single one of them any dragon glass to fucking kill these fucking White Walkers or the Whites, but you want to march them and drive them right into the fucking the belly of the beast. Hundreds of thousands of dead.
They didn't give them that?
No, they didn't. Not a single one of them. So if Melisandre doesn't show
up,
why
wouldn't they then? Because they put the dragon glass tips on the spears of
right, exactly. So why not give the Unsullied? No, they didn't, because if they did that, they wouldn't be able to set them on fire like she did.
Why?
It's because she does that to metal. Like like nobody else. Like dragon glass is not a metal. Dragon glass is like a. I guess it's like a fucking.
They work it like a metal though
which is weird because can it be worked like a metal in real life?
It's an ore, right?
But they do, because that's what Gendry's doing that whole time while he's there, is reworking the stuff into the shape that they need.
But their weapons, those, what the fuck are they called again? Araks or whatever the fuck they're called. I guess maybe it's hard to make those out of, because if you go back and watch the episode, none of them have dragon glass. Not a single one. So, but that pissed me off.
Okay,
but you don't need dragon glass to kill the
Whites.
The Whites.
No, well, to kill them definitively, you need it. Like, in other words, if you kill them with a regular sword, like if you take one of their heads off, all right, I'll give you an example. Do you remember when the first time you see the Whites in skeleton form when Bran gets to the tree? When Mira and Jojen Reed are fighting them off?
Oh, you mean they get to where
the green
three-eyed raven is?
Right.
Yeah.
How I think one of them either got cut in half or something happened and it was still alive.
Yeah.
You definitively kill them with either dragon glass or fucking, what is it called? Valyrian steel. If you don't, they still can get reanimated. If you kill them with the real shit, they can't get reanimated. So, but my point was, first of all, you can't even see them out there. Why for the last 2 episodes, you're bragging about how smart you've become from all your experiences. I'm the smarter one. You're this and that. I'm great. I'm smart. Why the fuck are you taking half your army? And not only half your army, but you're taking 2, like Jon Snow's most important person to him, besides his family, is Ghost. Daenerys' most important person to her, besides Jon and whatever, is fucking Jorah Mormont. You put them on the front lines and just charge them.
I don't think that was the intention, though. I don't think they were intended to charge like that. Because you can even see that Jorah, like, they're all running past Jorah, and Jorah's kind of like, oh shit, like he's behind. He's not like at the head of the charge. He didn't lead the charge. And the Dothraki have always been sort of like the Dothraki do what the Dothraki do. And once they start like yelling and getting pumped up and everything like that,
they're like savages.
Yeah, well, there's a quote.
Leroy.
But there's a quote that Jorah even says in the first episode to Daenerys about them, and basically, like, it's kind of like you don't really tell them what to do. Like, they kind of do, like, they follow her. She's essentially their Khal or whatever. And so, like, that's, like, they follow her and stuff like that, but I don't think they were meant to charge at that moment.
But even if they didn't charge, or they did charge, them and the Unsullied are put in, and the trebuchets are put in front of the fucking trench. What are you doing? Why are they in front of the trench? Shouldn't they be behind the fucking trench? You know what I mean?
That is a good question. I don't understand why they didn't like the trench to begin
Well,
with.
before the episode, I was telling my wife, I said, this is what I would do. I said I would tell everybody get as much fucking oil as you can, and we're going to fucking soak this fucking lawn in front of the castle for like 50, 100 yards all the way around. We're going to just soak it with oil. Let these motherfuckers come waving in and set the fucking lawn on fire. Like, think of it like a 50-yard fucking fire all around Winterfell, what that would have done.
Wouldn't that have burnt out early though? That's why they held it off, you know.
They already knew that because that's not going to take out the army. It's not going to take out the Night King, and it's not going to take out his lieutenants. They already knew, or at least they had a pretty good idea that they had to kill the Night King. They weren't going to beat this army. It was a matter of holding them off long enough. And that's why it's like, even when they're up on the hill, when you see Dany and Jon up on the hill and she goes to get on the dragon, and you know, like, he kind of like holds her, like, because that's not the plan, but she's like basically shook from watching her whole Dothraki army get wiped out, and she's like, it fucks her up. And so, you know, like, that's what, like, the whole plan gets fucked up from the very beginning.
And Unsullied to hold them up, the Dothraki come from the sides. That should have been the strategy.
Yeah, they should have come from the side. They should have come around. They should have done with the Battle of the Bastards. But then again, how big this army is? This army is
it's massive.
Yeah,
that was awesome to see that wave, like, that hit the Unsullied. It was like 3 fucking dead people high. Like, it was fucking crazy. It was like a tidal wave of destruction, which makes, that's the other part that aggravated me. How does fucking Grey Worm survive that?
Yeah, I wrote a list before the episode for who I thought was gonna, live, whatever, and die.
Why'd you write my name on it?
I was like 100% convinced that Grey Worm was dead. Actually, I had more deaths. Like, I was only wrong on a couple, and there was a couple that I wrote like maybe, because it's like, I kind of think they're died, but I wasn't convinced of it.
I thought for sure Jaime was gone.
Jaime, yep. I had Jaime on there. I had Brienne on there.
You guys really thought Jaime would have died at Winterfell rather than in King's Landing?
The guy's got one arm.
Well,
serious.
I thought it because...
Yeah, but he's got one cock.
Because the episode before, they had so much, like...
Grey Worm doesn't.
They had so much, like, redemption for him. It was just over and over, like, redemption for Jaime. So it was, like, kind of like, you know, like, is he going out next episode? No. That's why, like, they're having him knight Brienne. They're having him...
Leah, what would you say if I call this right now and I said that he is going to kill his own sister and be known as this Queen Slayer?
It's not going to be him.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, that's
who me and Keish have our bets on, is that Jaime gets the kill.
I feel like it's only slightly less obvious than, like, because everyone's automatically like, oh, Tyrion, it's going to be Tyrion because it's the little brother. She's going to be killed by the little brother. So it's going to be Tyrion. But, like, a lot of people seem to forget the fact that Jaime is younger than her. She's born first, technically.
She lives and sits on the throne, and that's how it ends.
I don't think so, though. I don't think that, I mean... all the prophecies in the show are like wicked open to like interpretation. In fact, I read a really good thing today about the whole how
prophecies
Jon,
in the show. What is this?
Even after the last episode, Jon is basically still Azor Ahai. Somebody like pieced it together, and that was a really good one. But I don't know. It's like I'm kind of wondering, like I like the whole idea of her being pregnant, and that's what kills her. Like, I like that a little bit better, but also I'm kind of thinking it's like a bunch of time's gone by now, and she's not getting any fatter.
Yeah, I think she's full of shit.
Yeah, I'm wondering if almost like she, you know, it's like she thought she was pregnant, but it's like really she's just barren at this point.
Well, she's drinking wine and shit now again.
Yeah. Well, she don't know that back then. They don't know fucking. And, you know, hey, the other thing is, I thought she was going to use it against him at the end to fuck with him. That, like, you know, I've got your baby. I forgot all about that he knew and everything.
But I think Keish said that she thinks that Cersei's going to use that against Jaime and say that it belongs to the fucking dude with the handlebars.
Yeah.
You're on.
I'm gonna stick to my original prediction that I had before this last episode. I think Jaime's going to die somehow, and I think Arya is going to take his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And beat
like that
Jamie
one, too.
when she kills Cersei.
That's
Well,
exactly
I
what
don't.
said.
I don't think Arya should be. I don't think Arya should get the
Well-
Night King and Cersei.
Well, that's
Well,
what
no,
that's
well, like,
exactly right. That I said I thought that's what she was going to do, but how could she do that now? Because now she's like Superwoman if she does that. Because she's already killed the Night King, so that ruined that theory for me.
Okay,
All right,
well,
so
let
back
me-
to the Arya thing. Earlier in the episode, which was actually a cool scene when she was tiptoeing around the fucking whites.
yeah, in the library or whatever.
So they kind of established that the whites have such keen hearing that they can hear her blood dripping on the ground.
Okay, good. This is what I was wanting to bring up.
I
Go
think
ahead.
they more established the fact that Arya's that fucking silent. That the
But-
only thing that gave her away was a drop of blood on the ground.
But the drop of blood, and when she went out the door and she closed it slowly, and the door latch clicked. Remember they started freaking out. That's when they started chasing her again.
Mm.
I don't understand how not a single one of them hears her fucking running. Because the Godswood is a decent sized place. It's not like it's just a playground in a fucking schoolyard.
It's like a little moat.
You see
trained.
after she kills the Night King that there's a ring of not only the whites but the White Walker generals don't even do anything. Like they don't even get into a fight with anybody. They don't even fucking like. I don't have a problem that Arya killed the Night King. I have a problem that the way it was handled,
The way she was able to
Okay.
sneak up, but didn't she? Oh, go ahead,
Whole
Leah.
thing- okay, so like, did you read the books? I forget.
Yes.
Okay, so if you think about it from the very beginning, she's being trained to be quiet. She's being trained to chase cats, to basically catch cats. You have to be quiet to do that. She's
JD.
She's trained then she's trained in the books. It's like she's still fucking there, I think, in the books. The House of the Undying.
JD's
Yes,
trained
she
to-
is. As a matter of fact, one of the
Fuck yes.
chapters that George R. R. Martin released from the next book,
Oh, I remember it. I read it. And now that you
the
say
name of
that.
the chapter is Mercy.
Yeah. She's not, it's not like she's wicked lightly trained, you know, like that she's just able to do this. She's a trained assassin. She can, I mean, she literally can wear the face of other people and look and sound like them. But everybody wants
They're
to
also
assume
killing
that her
zombies.
getting
They're-
through the courtyard past the White Walker, you know, that they're watching something going on.
Dead
Everybody
zombies
wants
are
to
crawling around, but this is not believable.
it's like that's out of the realm of possibility that she snuck by, even though she's been trained for years by like basically the best people to do this, but her taking the faces off of dead bodies and wearing them and all that shit, like that's fine.
No, it's not the stealth that I have a problem with. It's flying through the air like you're fucking Ben Johnson that I have a problem
I
with.
think it's just the angle. I think she just jumped. Like she's jumping. Like she's been trained to do like all this crazy shit. She fights with that fucking pole and shit. She's like wicked athletic.
I didn't like that she was screaming. That was the only issue I had.
Yeah, because you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, when she's like flying through the air going, ah, like that, like that would give you away.
Oh, really? I jerked off to that part.
That's a little weird.
And the other thing is 8,000 years, and they go out in a pussy fart in one episode.
It's been like 7 seasons though.
Which makes me think, now this is not George R. R. Martin, this is the showrunners of the TV show. It's almost like they're using the White Walkers as a mechanism to thin Daenerys' army down so it makes it more interesting when she fights Cersei. When the White Walkers seemed like this whole time to be the final boss. You know what I mean?
Well, we're never going to know because
Yeah, I was surprised that they made Cersei the final boss.
I
Especially with like you get the visions of like, I mean, there's theories out there that it's like maybe this isn't it. Maybe there's something else. You know,
Right.
they made Bran so important and everything, and literally all he's done is sit there. But
and play with crows. With ravens and shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of I don't know how much you've like looked into it, but
I'm sorry,
I've
Leah.
looked-
It was just the way you worded it. I apologize. Like he's the most important character, and all he's doing is just chilling in a recliner.
Yeah.
He's kind of a fucking
my
piece of
favorite line
shit.
of the whole episode is, "I'm going to go now."
Yeah.
Like-
Go fucking cut your nose off, you big nosed little
yeah,
fuck.
the end of the world's coming. He's like, I'm bouncing. I'm out.
Yeah, but I mean, I've done a lot of reading, like theories after, like basically to see what people think.
Those are always fun.
Yeah, But there's some good ones. I read one today, like I said, about the whole because people are bitching and they're like, how can John be Azor Ahai? And somebody pointed out something that even I fucked this up. Like, and I think a lot of people did, always assuming that somebody has to become Azor Ahai again and do the whole sword thing and everything. There's nothing in the books about that. Or in the prophecy that they have to make the sword again. They said actually it's that they'll pull a sword from fire. Not that they'll reforge the sword that, like somebody has to get stabbed through the heart and whatever. It's that, and then I guess in the episode Hardhome, John pulls the sword out of fire. And he ends up killing one of the lieutenants in that episode. And that's the first time you see the Night King kind of be
I remember that episode.
Yeah, and that's the first time you see the Night King kind of be like, oh, what the fuck? Because, something different has happened. Right. And that's the only time he's, never run away from anybody or anything. And then in this episode, when John's coming after him, he raises up all this dead, basically makes a barrier and walks away. He doesn't stay to kill him or fight him or anything. He walks away from him.
I say George R.R. Martin dies before he ever puts out that book.
I think you're right, unfortunately.
With fucking dummy.
I'll tell you, one of my biggest beefs with it, and I know it's I always go back to the saying, it's so Game of Thrones with the way they do certain things, because they do the unpredictable things most of the time, and I like that. Because, for instance, I wanted to see Jon and the Night King have a sword fight, big epic fight, but that's something you see in every movie. You know what I mean? Right. So I like the Game of Thrones where I say that's so Game of Thrones that this war's been building up for 7 years, and then instead of having a big show off between Snow and the Night King, instead he just gets stabbed and there's no epic fight.
They did the Vince McMahon swerve because I wanted to see Arya stab the shit out of Cersei. That's what I've been waiting for. And I think a lot of other people wanted Jon to fight the Night King. And so you take those two things and you realize that, you didn't get that. What you got was Arya killing the Night King, and now Jon maybe the one that kills Cersei or does something, or so it's people have been swerved now to where because those are the two his biggest story arcs to me, from the beginning to the end. Arya and Jon to me are the two people that were built the most to be the ones that save everybody, but they've also built up a surprise that could happen. Someone just throw up. What was that?
I want to know.
Maybe Ken. He may have passed out. He was pretty drunk.
Dude, tell me it wouldn't have been cool.
He said he wouldn't do that. He's got 60 more hours to go.
Tell me it wouldn't have been cool if they took Jaime's gold hand and gave him a fucking dragon glass sword as an arm.
Oh my god, the whole arm just swinging around.
Sick.
Like Terminator 2.
I understood why they didn't do something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
He looks
this
like.
Is what makes me mad is that I'm a fucking loser construction worker, and I can make the episode better. That's what aggravates me.
You can sit there though. Would it really be a good show if everything was so easy and because it's yeah, you can think of that stuff and you can do that stuff, but really does that make it better? They just fucking the Night King walks up with his army and they can annihilate them in 30 seconds.
That's why.
That's not necessarily what I wanted. But I certainly didn't want most of the main characters to have plot armor like they did. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't think it was very Game of Thrones that all the main characters.
Try watching Monday Night Raw.
It hasn't been that way for a while now, but that's because they've run out of Martin's material.
Right.
Because
well, that's what I'm saying. Right.
Martin himself has been he writes the books like he writes real life, where nobody has plot armor.
Well, I think part of the blame also has to go to HBO. HBO didn't want to pay any more money for 10 seasons, so they had to rush it, and they had to just figure out a way to just move this along.
Yeah. There was a lot of stuff to tie up.
Did you imagine?
It's I don't know. This is that's why I thought so many more people were going to die too, because it's they've wrapped up a lot in those first 2 episodes. I feel like.
Right.
There's some more. There's more interesting stuff though. It's there's little things too, what did Tyrion and Bran talk about?
Right.
Is that going to be mentioned or whatever? And like Tyrion, even down in the crypts, he's like, if I was up there, I could be seeing something, I could know something that I can't see down here. Figuring something out like he did at Blackwater and stuff like that. But
did you see the theory that Bran is the Lord of Light?
Yeah.
And not necessarily that he knows he's the Lord of Light. It's not that he knows he's the Lord of Light, but
you mean because there has to be I don't know if that's the one I saw, because I saw one where it's like they're saying like the Night King is, because the Lord of Light has an opposite,
right?
Which what the opposite is called, and so like basically his champion is the Night King, so the Lord of Light's champion would essentially be Bran,
right? Or the old man before him.
Well, there's been many like three-eyed
right.
ravens, so it would just be the three-eyed raven in general.
And that the visions that Melisandre's getting the flames were just like tapping into their visions that they were having.
Yeah.
How sweet would it have been if Jaime had like the dragon glass sword arm? He kind of looked like John Connor's stepmother.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
When she stabs the stepdad through the milk carton.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Man, I thought of that too when you said.
But like, if they would have gave him like some sort of weapon on his bad arm, then it would have made a little bit more sense that he survived. But when you see them getting overwhelmed at the wall, how the fuck did they get out of that?
Well, listen, what is going on?
I mean, it sounds like he's throwing up or something. It's like.
I think part of the whole having him, it's like they had him train with his left hand, they had him train with brawn. It was part of his character development.
Jesus
Christ. All right, well, listen, I think we could talk Game of Thrones for like another hour, but I think we need to move along and talk about the Sonic trailer.
Oh, yeah, Sonic, yeah.
We already put Ken to sleep. So first,
can I say something? I got to say something before we talk about Sonic. It has to do with Sonic.
Right.
I was about to piss myself when I was listening to Ken. Where's Tommy when you need somebody to mute somebody?
Is he butt pumping?
It sounds like Darth Vader at the end of fucking Return of the Jedi when he takes the mask off.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I was listening to Foul Mouths Live on Wednesday, and you had to hear Lucky Lowe. Christ Almighty, I can't even get a line out. What is he fucking plumbing right now? But Filthy, you'll know what I'm talking about. Lucky Lowe asked Tommy, I don't know how many times what he thought about the Sonic trailer, and every time Ken would just like start yelling at Tommy and he could never get his take on the trailer. How funny was that, dude? Every time Tommy would be like, all right, well, you know what I think? And then he'd be like, you know what, Tommy, I'm really fucking sick and tired of you going on my show. And fucking...
Sonic looks like a little boy, baby. Listen, I don't want to spend too much time on Sonic. I want to get to the questions now, but like I will say,
maybe we can just say like what we thought.
Well, I mean, obviously nobody liked what Sonic looked like, and now they're going to remake it, which is.
I didn't hate it. See, I actually didn't hate it.
I didn't hate the trailer.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot wrong with you. Let's not go into that.
He's got human teeth. His eyes are too small for his head, and he looks like a little boy wearing pajamas.
So listen, I will say this in my defense. All right,
you like little boys.
I did see the side by side where the guy corrected the
right.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is hard when that shit's going on in the background.
Dude, it sounds like when Atreyu is fucking drowning in the fucking Never-Ending Story.
What the fucking reference? There's like 10 people that know what you're talking about, but that's hilarious.
I know, but you know, if you don't have never seen a Never-Ending Story, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
Well, actually, Never-Ending Story, yeah, maybe half the people at least know it.
You gotta be kidding me.
What the fuck? What is that?
What is he doing? Ken, what the fuck are you doing?
He's having his weekly corrupted nap.
All right. Anyways, he sounds like a fucking elephant.
It sounds like he's farting and throwing up at the same time. Like that's what it sounds like: farting and throwing up.
Sounds
and
like
snoring.
a fucking grizzly bear that got shot with a sedative. He's like.
Now it sounded like he oinked like a pig.
Okay, so I'll say that the
Yeah.
Sonic side-by-side photos where the guy corrected, like made it look better. I absolutely. Dude, you know what? I'm out. You guys talk about Sonic. I think it's only when I talk. So
I mean, we might just have to hang up on him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's getting weird.
It's pretty funny, like, but I don't.
It is funny. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I saw the side by sides and I thought the guy that corrected it looked a lot better, and I can agree with people that it looked a lot better.
Yeah, I mean,
He became the Micro Machines fucking guy.
Yeah.
Oh shit! No, he did it so much better, without a doubt. I totally agree.
And I think, a lot of people were critical about Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, but I thought that was the huge saving grace for the trailer. I thought that he looked fantastic.
Yeah, well, they were looking for the one that you see later on in the trail, the bald with the fucking bushy mustache.
But I like Sonic was like my original, like you. It was probably like what, Super Mario?
Yeah, that was well, actually, technically, the first game that really got me hooked was Donkey Kong, so it would be Mario. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like when I was a kid, and I talked about this a lot this week, that as a kid, Sonic to me was like my lifestyle. Like everything, it was the Sonic comics, the cartoons, the games.
Yeah.
Like I lived and breathed for Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
like so. And I kind of made the point that you would think somebody like me that like. I was always thinking about Sonic that my expectations would be a lot higher than an average person, and I walked away from the trailer like I'm excited to go see that. I mean, I didn't think it was the greatest trailer of all time, but I liked the idea of that early Dr. Robotnik. He's not that big, plump, fat bag of shit. He's just kind of this real like.
My only complaint is Sonic. Like, out of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think...
I don't care about Dr. Robotnik. I'm not bothered by that.
My biggest pet peeve with it wasn't so much his look. I just didn't really like the voice actor that did him.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured out who he was. Have you ever seen Parks and Rec?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, friggin' who... the really annoying friend that's got the twin sister? And they're like the dentist or some person's like fucking... Ralphio? Ralphio? Or something like that? You know Jean Ralphio, the like annoying friend?
Is it talking about like the little towel head dude's friend?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jean Ralphio, I think
That's
his
why
name is.
that's why he got
who's
hired.
voicing him.
Really? Okay.
Mhm.
Well, doesn't. I don't know. It's like I made the point. Like it's such an early trailer. And now that Jeff Fowler has come out and said they're going to recreate Sonic because of all the feedback, I think it's almost like this was kind of expected. Like they released it so early because the movie drops in November. Now they have a very long time.
Dude, did Urkel do Sonic's voice from 93 to 99?
I don't know.
Listen to this. Hold on a minute.
Man, who's Robotnik kidding? He already knows who's the fastest. Yeah, he must think I'm really stupid.
Yep.
I'll win that race no prob.
Wow.
I
haven't listened or watched a Sonic cartoon since like
Jaleel
96.
White, known for Steven Urkel, played Sonic the Hedgehog from 93 to 99. I had no fucking idea. This is like when I found out that Mark Hamill did the Joker voice. I found that out years into that too.
Yeah, Mark Hamill
fucked me up.
Mark Hamill is the Joker, to be honest with you.
He is the
Finding
top
that
one.
out, I thought somebody was messing with me.
I found out that Mark Hamill did the Joker like very early on because my brother told me, because when the Batman Beyond came out with Return of the Joker, I was like going like ballistic because I was a huge Batman Beyond fan. And he goes, "Yeah, dude, the guy that played Luke Skywalker, that's his voice." And I was like, "No, that's not Luke.
It's me."
But then it did come out. It was like there was a magazine. It was like I don't know. There's a Game Informer or something. It was one of the gaming magazines, and they were talking about the Batman Beyond game that came out, and then they said that the Return of the Joker game, it had Mark Hamill doing. Because it said that he did in the movie, and he's also doing it for the video game. And I was like, "Oh my god, you're right! It's fucking Luke Skywalker."
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, are you saying Aziz is the guy who does his voice?
No.
It's Aziz's friend that he always has. He does the startup with.
See, I would have rather
I can't, remember
Aziz.
I can't remember that guy's name in the show though.
Aziz would have done a better job.
You know what's funny is when I watch those episodes back, the show's based in Indiana, obviously, but like they bring in like Pacers players, like Roy Hibbert, of all Pacers players. The guy had to retire like 3 years later because he was a bag of shit.
Yeah, I think I must not. Maybe it wasn't you. Maybe I asked Joe when I was watching that show though, because I'd never seen it before, and I watched the whole thing recently.
Hmm?
And I remember asking, like, are these real? Like, like real people, like real players? Like, are they just make this up?
No, those the cameos in it are real people. Yeah,
Yeah.
all the Pacers players come through. Those are the actual players.
Because I was like, that's so funny that they did that.
Well, when it was on the air, there was a. I used to, back when you used to always go to the websites to get updates, I remember seeing at Pacers.com that Roy Hibbert had gotten an acting role in Parks and Recreation. I was like, what the fuck is Parks and Recreation? And then I watched it and I was like, oh my God, that is Hibbert.
It was, Sonic 2 was huge back then. I remember we just had all the Sonic and Tails stuff, and it was like Mario 3. Mario 3 was a craze. Sonic 2 was a craze.
Sonic versus Knuckles. I remember that game really like took over my life.
Well,
because you went back and played the other ones.
You noob.
Well, dude, Knuckles was like that was such an amazing character.
Yeah,
like
it was a game changer.
Yeah, he was so cool looking. And dude, even as a kid, I was not a fan of Sonic 2.
Really?
Because Sonic 2 to me, it literally this is how like crazy of a gamer was I when I was so younger. I was like telling my brother, it's like this is Sonic 1. It's the same levels pretty much, just a few different things.
You can do the spin.
Yeah, that was huge. It was
You
like
can't
wow.
do that in the first one, and that pisses me off when I play it now.
It's like Halo 1 when you can't run. You're like, I can't run, fuck.
But dude,
Which like the Tails flying is that 2?
Yeah, it's 2.
No, it is 2.
Yeah. Yeah. I loved 1 and 2 and 3 and Knuckles or whatever.
I think the best one for Genesis, well, Sonic and Knuckles is amazing, but did you ever play Sonic CD?
Sure.
Yeah.
That was
I bought
amazing.
Or I didn't buy it. My uncle, he had the Sega CD adapter or whatever because it was like an adapter.
Right.
He had that, but it was really fucking expensive.
Dude.
Yeah, I only got to play that at my cousin's house. We were
You had
poor.
Sega CD. Did you ever play Lethal Enforcers? Because that fucking game was awesome.
Lethal Enforcers, Sewer Shark, fucking what was that other game that was banned that had the chick from fucking Different Strokes in it?
Yeah.
Oh, Night Trap.
Yeah. And they had the Pam Anderson one too.
Oh, did they? I didn't even know that.
Oh well, okay. She was in the game, I guess. So,
Oh, okay.
Like she came up like, and you had to like shoot the bad guy behind her, and she's like in a video game. It's weird. I forget what game that is, but
NHL '94 was on Sega CD, and it was amazing on Sega CD.
yeah, that too. Yeah, it looked so. It was smooth. Man. It was like the only way to. I don't know. It wasn't that different, but to me, it was like the difference between when you see something in 60p versus like regular 30 frames.
Right.
You're like, wow, that looks so slick. What?
I want to fuck Tootie.
Oh yeah, are you okay, bro? Dude, it sounded like you were throwing up and shitting and snoring all at the same time for like 10 minutes.
What?
It sounded like, dude, it sounded like you were getting butt pumped for like 10 minutes.
Butt pumped?
Yeah, dude, it was like it was weird, dude. It was really weird. I had to mute you because I was like, wow, this is insane. Like, we couldn't, it was fucking hilarious, but like, you were like, it was like you were getting raped, shitting, and snoring all at the same time.
Ken, I said it. I said you sound like the horse drowning to death in a never-ending story.
Yeah. Like over and over again. Like with people shitting. Oh, it was you. No, it was you.
No, it wasn't. It was my nephew.
You were raping somebody?
It was my nephew.
You raped your nephew?
Yeah, I put my finger in him.
All right, let's get to questions before we fucking fuck this all up.
I do want to just say real quick, one of my favorite Sonics was the Game Gear Sonic.
Oh yeah, that was great. Well, that was one of the best games to travel with at first, right? Because other stuff kind of sucked or whatever, but that was the first one. Like, you know, all the Tiger things that kind of sucked, but you had to travel with them. But when that Game Gear came out, dude, Game Gear. I mean, obviously Nintendo, you know, was great too with
Game Boy, yeah.
Game Boy, yeah. But Game Gear was like, it's like I'm fucking playing Sonic on a little screen.
Yeah, my mom bought me Sonic Advance when I had the Game Boy.
Yeah.
And I played. They came out with a bunch of Sonic Advances. I want to say like 2 or 3 of them. I think they came out with for the Game Boy.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat would have been good on that too.
The problem with Game Gear, it was Sega Master System graphics.
Yeah,
it was. That's why I like the Game Boy Advance ones better. Like the Sonic Advance games.
Well, the Sega Nomad was basically the Sega Genesis portable, so you could plug in Genesis games into it.
I had a PlayStation Vita in 2003. I played it once. Jabroni Jabber says, if you guys could have a beer with anyone in history, who would it be and why?
I feel like we've had this question before.
Something like it. Like
wasn't it like a beer with the president or something like that?
Yeah.
Past or present?
Well, I know, Bailey, come on. We know who you're saying. After that podcast the other day.
Yeah, I mean, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Can you imagine you sitting down with Arnold Schwarzenegger to have a beer?
I would probably end up blowing him.
I don't do that. I fuck
Filthy,
maids.
did you by any chance hear anything about my my homosexuality?
No, I haven't heard. Who'd you suck off?
I'm a faggot.
Right,
I'm a gay fuck, and I love sucking cock.
Sometimes you gotta suck a cock to take the edge off. You know what I mean?
I would go gay for Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's my hero.
But why Schwarzenegger?
Just because, I mean, his movies like molded my life, man. Everything about anything that had to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was just obsessed with, and I still am.
We did a bit the other day on this Arnold preview.
Let me give you a.
Tell JB I want to eat this asshole out.
We were doing a show the other day, and before we went on the air, I found this video, and it's him. You should play it for Filthy if he hasn't
Watch
seen
this,
it.
Filthy. This is great. Oh, you guys can't see though on my Skype.
Arnold
it won't play through the Skype.
No, actually, let me put my camera.
Schwarzenegger.
I'd have to restart my Skype to do it, but let me put my camera on the screen.
Okay, there you go. So I there was. Until he finds it, I'll just say that.
Let me play it because my hand hurts.
Okay, here it goes.
I always do. I make a little protein drink. I take cherry juice. We slice up a little banana. We go and take the whey protein. How do you get the protein as quick as possible into the bloodstream? You're right. A little schnapps, directly from Austria.
What the fuck?
Not too much. This is gonna be fantastic.
Daddy, and what does he do?
So after this, I watched this video before we did our show. I spent $51 on a month's supply of the whey protein that he had.
Oh my god.
Dude, he was asking me other things. What else does he have in the video that I can buy like him?
I was screenshotting the videos just so I could zoom in on what type of cherry juice he was using. Because I'm not going to use a different cherry juice. It has to be the one that Arnold uses.
Wait, first of all, the reason he's jacked at like 70 is not because of cherry juice and fucking whey protein. It's because of testosterone replacement therapy, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Which nobody can really
out. I mean,
get.
you got to work out. It's not like you can just do
No,
that.
yeah. No, he really works out and all that stuff, but it's
Right.
like the medical stuff that a lot of these people do behind the scenes that they don't disclose that.
What about
Yeah.
Vince?
Vince, well,
Same thing.
Same
He does the
shit.
same shit.
They're friends.
Same shit.
I mean, he
Yeah,
does
man,
work out a lot.
That's my my big obsession is like anything to do with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Dude, I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning one time.
Sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What was that?
I want to see Vince McMahon have sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
JB, if you want to get jacked, just find a shady endocrinologist.
Yeah.
One that'll give you testosterone replacement therapy.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
You'll get fucking jacked.
Get brain cancer a week later.
No, what do you mean? No, you're not taking it like steroid level. How old are you, JB?
I'll be 30 in 2 months.
All right, so you wouldn't even need it now. Actually, if you did it now, it would be bad.
going, dude. What the fuck?
You would fuck up your hormones now. But if you wait till you're 40 when your testosterone starts fucking coming down, all you're doing is giving your body the same level of testosterone that it had at 25. So you're not overdoing it. Like people that bodybuild, they overdo it. That's why their balls shrink and their cock shrinks and they can't.
Well, I try to balance as best I can between powerlifting and cardio, and I do try to balance it because I'm not a huge fan of meatheads who just come in. They're they'll lift fucking 200 pounds on the goddamn crossbar for 3 hours. They're like, fuck yeah! I hate that.
My wife is running my channel right now.
What'd you say?
I can't believe she's got 20 people on right now with her.
Who's in there with her?
Dude, she's got so many people in there.
Is Chris on there with her?
No.
Everybody bailed out, huh?
Dude, she's just flying solo. She's got Tommy and C on there. She's got.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, what is she doing?
She just put this on. I'm telling you.
But yeah,
he's gone back in time. Didn't we just have this conversation?
About what?
Where he was saying that his wife was running the channel, and then you're like, you should just put this on. I feel like this conversation just happened.
Yeah, because he just keeps. Ken's on drugs right now. I mean, he doesn't know where he is.
What do you mean, dude? You're the one who fucking repeated it. What are you saying?
Ken's had a little drinky poo tonight. How many beers did you have, Kenny?
I had 9.
That's pretty healthy.
And the heroin.
But yeah, Filthy. That's where all that spawned from. With the Schwarzenegger thing. I don't know, man. Just as a kid, it does go back to my very first rated R movie I ever saw was Terminator 2. So once I saw that, it was whatever that guy's in is what I'm watching.
Yeah, but fuck that. Forward. Did you watch Pumping Iron?
Oh God, here we go.
What do you mean?
Joe, did you send him a message?
No.
You've never seen it?
Oh, have I seen
He probably jerked off to it.
Have I seen it?
Oh, I mean, dude, it's great, that fucking...
You're mixing it with the marijuana.
Filthy, you're going to laugh when I tell you this. My wife came into the living room one night, and I was drinking wine and eating a piece of cheesecake watching Pumping Iron.
Yeah, this was in the podcast, too. He just listened to the podcast.
Yeah, it was. She came in there. She walks over. She's like, "What are you watching?" And she sees me drinking wine, eating cheesecake like a faggot. And then she looks at the screen and she looks at me and does that weird that where your eyebrows raise up real bad. She's like, And I was like, I'm not proud right now.
It would have been better if it was the part where he goes, "I like when they get the pump because it makes me feel like I'm calming."
Yeah. He's like, everything about this, I feel like coming, when I stretch the muscles, I feel like coming. I just feel like coming.
It's like coming all day. It's great.
Dude, the best part of that movie is when he's sitting down having breakfast with Lou Ferrigno and his family.
Oh, yes.
And he's just trolling Lou Ferrigno.
Yes.
He picks up that fried egg with his fork and he's shaking like he's scared of losing to Ferrigno. He's like, I'm scared.
That's how he won that.
He did, because he got everybody's head.
Lou Ferrigno was way bigger than him, dude.
Oh, yeah. Ferrigno was a monster, but dude, he was so sheepish out there on stage.
That's exactly how he won. He fucking just demoralized him.
Oh, dude, Schwarzenegger, he looks so fantastic.
Man, this is gay. This is so gay.
It is fucking gay.
Schwarzenegger was a man's man.
He really was. He still is.
How about Franco Columbo was fucking 4
Shut up, Maria.
He's fucking jacked.
Who's your daddy?
I get tired of Maria's vagina.
Was that the ex-Jets player?
No, Franco Columbo was that really short guy.
Oh yeah.
I heard Arnold Schwarzenegger fucked every one of those fucking Muppets on the Fraggle Rock stage, just for fun. Just
Joe,
for
you
sport.
would have loved it. At the end of Pumping Iron, when he wins his last Mr. Universe, he's sitting on the fucking couch with a glass of what is it? It's like a glass of beer, a fried chicken leg, and a joint.
Yep.
I think I saw it once, a long time ago.
I've seen it 64 times.
I don't know. That's hilarious. But listen, we got JB's.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, that was my fault.
I mean, I don't even know at this point. Who cares? I don't know. Probably be like a musician or something. Would have been George Carlin. He's dead though.
You could still have a beer with him. He just won't say much back.
Maybe it would be the guy from North Korea, so I could rape him.
Kim Jong-un?
Yeah.
I'm King Jong-rear.
He would never see that coming. Like, all day I would fucking, like, swoon him, like, American basketball and all the things he loves. And I'd be like, you know, I love you, man. I wish America was like North Korea, you know? And then we were all friends. But then out of nowhere, when he got all comfortable, sent his security out of the room, and we were just playing, like, hoops. Yeah, then
What are the odds that Dennis Rodman fucked him?
That's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine Dennis Rodman fucked him?
Yeah, little fucking gook ass, fucking shut the fuck up.
Dude, that's awesome, bro.
Oh my god! This is why we go till 5 o'clock in the morning. We can't answer one question.
You fuck,
Dennis Rodman sucking on his small fucking penis.
Right, to rub your fucking pubic hair all over my asshole. And he makes like Dennis Rodman rub his fucking cush all over his fucking anus. Oh my god, dude, that's a sign, man. You talk about rape. Ryan Karp says,
you rob my tush.
Ryan Karp says, could you upload your soundboard or the sound clips to use somewhere? I mean, maybe I could do that. That's a lot of fucking sounds. I mean, I could create a Dropbox. Wow, you want to do my show with my sounds or something? Anthony Garcia says, who is your guy's man crush, and would you let them bust a nut in your dome like JB would let Arnie? I mean, that kind of goes with that other question.
I knew where that was going the second he fucking started the question.
I don't know.
I've set the bar.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't either, man.
I probably did at one point.
You wouldn't fuck Nicolas Cage from The Rock?
I mean, I like Nicolas Cage, but I don't love him.
I would fuck 1983 Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. That oiled up body. Nicolas Cage.
Baby oil.
You know what, though? I will say I would have a beer with Nicolas Cage now that I think about it. He seems like a fun dude.
Yeah, he'd be screaming at you, why is it burned? Why is it burned?
Well, you see him drunk the other night, that karaoke?
Wicker Man.
What?
What?
Have you guys ever seen Wicker Man?
Of course.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Dude, that fucking movie, I never saw it till a couple of months ago. Man, what a fucked up movie that is.
It is fucked up.
Oh, yeah. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's a fucked up movie, dude.
It was, dude, I almost saw that in the theater. I'm glad I didn't. I would have been like, what the fuck?
Filthy. Do you have a man crush?
Dude.
It was good.
Oh, man crush.
What a fucking ending.
Super Mario.
I want to fuck Super Mario.
Super Mario.
I don't know, man.
Why not? I'd love to feel his mustache on my balls.
No, I'm more of a Wario guy. I think his mustache would fucking that jagged
Wario.
fucking.
Wario's too skinny. I need some meat to hang on to.
What do you mean? Wario's a fat blimp.
Yeah, Wario's really fat.
I thought you were Luigi. Luigi's like a fucking.
Yeah. He's a fucking beach.
Like
I would fill Yoshi's asshole.
Luigi's like a small little fucking.
Yeah, he's like Tommy NC kind of, but big.
He's a dirty wop.
Oh, remember when Tommy said that he got mad at fucking Super Ugly, and he's like, well, would I call you like a wop or something?
He did, because the Super Ugly guys, Tommy thought he was on the defensive, like, because they were just bringing up, they weren't saying that he uses his autism to get money and stuff. They were just saying some people say that you do. And he's like, you know what, motherfuckers, I could sit here and just call you guys some wops or something.
Well, would you like it if I called you a wop?
Dude, what about from that same show when you heard this? What's a leafy?
Oh, yeah. What's a leafy? I don't know what YouTube is. I just want to use it to. Oh, no.
There you go. Do an interview and don't do any research whatsoever. There you go.
Yeah, they don't fuck. I just want views. Hey, come on my show. I heard you'll get people here. Anthony Garza. Who's your guys' man crush? Yeah, I mean that sums it up right there for you. You know, shots fired, Christian. Shots fired. And by the way, shots fired. Can I say you have one of the best Patreon fucking logos? He's got the fucking big fat cow that does like a twerking fuck. Like, you can make your image be a GIF, and most people don't do that. But fucking shots fired, Christian has a cow that looks like it's getting fucked in the ass. I wish you guys could see it, but you can't. The people.
It's called Plow Cow.
Anybody who's in the fucking chat can see it though. All right. Anyway, I just had my prom yesterday, and I'm wondering what was your guys' craziest prom moments that you had.
Oh man, I got a good one.
Alrighty.
I went to my wife's prom, and we went and sat down on the inside of this like nice place. It was like a wedding hall that they had it in. And, you know, like we had all separate tables and shit. And I brought a bottle of liquor, and I whipped out this big bottle of Jack Daniels, and my wife was like, well, she was my girlfriend. She was like, what are you doing? You can't bring that here. You're going to get in trouble. And I was like, no, people are going to love it. And before you knew it, like 10 minutes later, everybody was sipping out of this bottle. Like the whole fucking school was sipping out of this bottle. And it wound up becoming a hit with everybody. And everybody was like, oh, Shannon, your boyfriend's so cool. And she was like, that turned out to be really good. I was like, yeah, no shit. So that's one of the memories I have.
That's a fun time, man. That's a good.
I got one.
We never had alcohol at mine.
We you know how like at the proms, like people drive up in the cars and then they walk to the doors or whatever, but there's like all the crowds on each side. They can watch everybody, almost like a red carpet type of thing.
Yeah.
There was this real big fat chick who went with this gay dude, and I mean it was a train wreck. But they get out of the vehicle. He takes her hand, and they're acting like fools. Like, you know, they're acting like, ah, ha, 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 like walking like, yeah, raising their hands like, we're doing it, you know, or whatever. And the fat chick, her heel snaps in half. Yeah. As she's walking, like kind of quick, it snaps in half. She fucking face dives.
Oh.
Wow.
And just smacks into the ground. And you know what? Credit to her. She hopped right back up, but her face looked like Amanda Carmen's after she fell.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, I knew that was coming.
You know what? Someone said, you're going to hate this, but someone just said, hey, don't forget to do the questions from last week.
Oh,
I forgot we needed to finish the questions from last week and put out questions for this week.
Can we do a 10-question limit?
Oh, my God, dude. I totally forgot. Anyway, we'll try to get those. I'll make mine really quick. Everybody knows about mine already. But the bottom line is... We
don't need to talk about it. Let's go.
What was that?
I'm just kidding.
We don't have to.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't really want to, but... I mean,
okay.
I don't want to insult the question people. No, it's just I went to both proms within 2 weeks with different women and different girls. And because it was like there's like a North school that you can go to, and at the time I was dating this girl and I broke up with her or whatever basically, but didn't really break up with her. But then I got confused and then I did break up with her while proms were going on. So I went to her prom with her, and then I went to my prom with the girl that I knew I was going to be with, because I didn't want to be with that girl anymore. And when I was at the other girl's prom, when I was at my prom with the new girl, the same girl that was friends with her that was at her prom was there with her boyfriend, because they both went to the two schools as well, because there's two schools near each other kind of. So she was there too, and she went up to me. She goes, "Where's Crystal?" So she walked up to me and the new girl and went, "Where's Crystal? Like, where's your girlfriend? Shit. Who's this girl? Like, where's Crystal?" And I was like, I don't know. And then I just like walked past her. I don't know. To this day, that cracks me up like I'm a fucking idiot. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That was fucking hilarious. But yeah, nothing else happened. I will say that other high school, my ex-girlfriend's high school, the one that I left, her fucking prom was horrible. It was boring and just terrible. It was fucking awful. Like, I mean, because I got to go to both, so I was like, you know, it was like everybody was calm and sitting in dinner booths, and then there was a little dance room off to the side. Nobody went in the dance room. But at my high school, it was like tables all around the dance floor, and then everybody was dancing and doing all kinds of shit. And I was like, wow, their fucking proms suck dick. And I don't know if it's because half the school is Asian, but it was boring as shit. It was. They were like doing math problems or something while eating fucking pretzels. Like, I don't know, man. Yeah, well, no, there's a big Asian population. I think that they were like, fuck, I got to do my math to get into these schools, and fuck.
Would it look like the fucking Chun-Li stage?
Yeah, well, if they'd gotten up there.
They're fucking choking chickens in the background?
Yeah, and then like the white people were scared. Like the white people were scared to do anything because they were like intimidated by the fact that all their test scores sucked compared to the Asian people. They all went on to become MIT students. Anything from you, Filthy? Did you go to prom? Did you kill someone at prom?
The only thing, well, I went to a bunch of proms because I went to 2 different high schools. I went to one high school for 9th to 10th grade, and then I went to another high school for 11th to 12th. So I went to like a total of 3, 2 junior ones, and well, no, 1 junior prom and 2 senior proms. One of the senior proms, me and my friends, we're like, yeah, we'll do some fucking acid. Fuck it.
Oh.
So we divvied up the fucking tabs of acid, and the fucking prom chaperone catches us. And I was cool with this guy though. This guy was like he was like a substitute teacher. He's a really cool guy. You know what he says to us? He's like, "Come on, dude, give me one."
I was just gonna say that he was doing it too.
So he did it.
He took it
and
home
we were
with
all
him.
fucked up all night. And then some asshole fucking ratted him out, and he got fired.
Wow.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like, why would you fucking do that, you dumb fuck?
That's retarded. He should have known though. He should have taken the acid home. Like, hey, listen.
I know. Dude, this guy was so cool, man. He was such a nice guy. Some asshole had to rat him out.
That's fucking funny. And
But it was a great fucking night. I remember that was a great fucking night.
I thought maybe you would have been like, yeah, we didn't go to prom. We just did acid in the fucking woods.
You know, everybody has misconceptions about acid. Like, if you have never done it, you think like, oh, I'm gonna take it, and fucking the wall's gonna open up, and the fucking universe is gonna swallow. You know,
That's
it's
DMT.
not really like that.
That's that's DMT. That's not.
Yeah, which by the way, DMT, fucking, I like, where would you, like, if you wanted it, where the fuck would you even go to get it? Like, I wouldn't even know.
You'd have
to know like a hippie.
West Coast people, I swear to God, is like the only like Nevada and places like that.
Because I've always wanted to try it. Because every time I fucking hear somebody who did it, they all say the same shit, that you come like face to face with the universe and you can ask it whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Let's dude, there's a movie. Like, if I was going, like, if I could write a movie right now, I'd write a movie about a bunch of guys who can't find DMT, so they go to look for the actual fucking frogs. Like, so they.
Oh yeah, like with the fucking yeah.
Yeah, it's like a road trip, and we get out there like, these are the ones, like, and then not. And
Well, that's what the fuck is that called again? It's DMT, but it's like something. It's like a word in front of it too. It's fuck, I can't remember it.
I don't know.
But yeah, I've always wanted to fucking try that because supposedly it only lasts like 10 minutes tops.
Yeah, it's not. Oh, really? I thought it was like 20 minutes or 30
No,
minutes.
I heard 10, 15 minutes tops, and you're basically coming face to face with like some sort of fucking amazing geometric fucking pattern that you're just conversing with.
All the fucking elves and shit they talk about.
Right, they talk about elves and jokers and fucking there's like a purple woman or some shit that a lot of people see.
I wonder what happened if someone was like jacking you off while you're on that. Like, and you were like, would you even know?
Well, did you ever hear Joe Rogan's story about when they gave it to Doug Stanhope?
No, but that's, oh my God, you Doug.
They gave it to Doug Stanhope, and he said as soon as Doug Stanhope took like the 3rd hit, he fell back on the couch and just started going and started like fucking foaming his mouth. He's like, oh my God, we killed Doug.
We fucking killed him.
Yeah.
Dude, Doug his stand up from a couple of years ago is really funny. If you like whatever the one is where he's wearing like a fucking like a plaid or shirt. I don't know.
Oh, he loves wearing that shit.
Yeah, well, he probably always wears them. Let me try to go back to last week's question and dig a few of those through, but I don't know. Shrimp juice, yeah. I think we got to his. Broken Lion. Woman, oh, fuck, dude, I don't know where we left off last week. Where was your favorite episode of Corrupted? We talked about that last week.
Yeah, we definitely talked about that one.
Michael Andrews says, I know this is a lot of hype, Endgame, but how would you rate Captain America Civil War, War Games, and Endgames out of 10 for each movie, Michael Andrews? I think that's where we left off last week. Fuck, I don't give a fuck. The Infinity War isn't on there. You know, I would say that Infinity War is the best one of, and those, it's not even on there.
I haven't seen all of them, so I can only rate like certain ones. I would give Infinity War like a like a high 7 out of 10, like a 7.9. Out of the Marvel movies, I have to say my favorite Marvel movie is Captain America, the first one.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the first Captain America.
The
and
first
the
Captain
Thor.
America is great. I hated Civil War. The Winter Soldier was awesome. I liked that movie.
That's my favorite Marvel movie is Winter Soldier.
See, that one's probably my second.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
I
Thanos' story is really good in Infinity War.
I really like the story of Captain America, like when he's in World War II, and just like how he's like literally fighting on the front lines, you know, with his goddamn shield and stuff. I don't know, it didn't come off cheesy, and I knew it would have been easy to do that, like to look cheesy, and it just didn't. It was great.
I thought Thor original, the first Thor movie, and Captain America's first movie. I did like those the best.
I thought that the first Thor was good. I did not like Ragnarok.
I love
Ragnarok, he's out of character. I mean, Thor isn't even Thor in Ragnarok. He's like, haha.
That's why I liked it, because like even though The Dark World wasn't that good of a sequel, it was still a Thor movie. You know.
I like Ragnarok though. I did like it, even though he's a completely different character now. But I still liked it.
Like I would give like Captain America like an 8.5. Like I really like that movie.
If you said 8.1, I would just slap you. If you just come on.
I would say the Guardians of the Galaxy is like a high 8, or not a high 8, but probably like a solid 8 out of 10. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, at least those are different. Like all the other ones seem to follow the same formula. Guardians of the Galaxy at least is a little bit different.
And I think that's why I like it.
Well, there you go.
Now Thor joined up with them.
Yeah. Now they went full fucking comedy act with him.
I saw what you said on Twitter, JB, and I totally agree. Dark Knight is still the king.
Yeah. I mean, it just and that's not me just being a DC fanboy, but people just need to realize that no comic book movie will probably ever be better than The Dark Knight.
Well, it's because it was it was almost like not even a comic book movie. It was almost like a real fucking movie, and that the weird part of that movie, the part that seemed out of place, was Batman.
Yeah, that it's funny. See, that's almost commonplace now, and I think that it almost maybe just like part of the movie from Nolan. Like he may have he wanted Batman to be so in over his head that he was Gotham was getting away from him. That's why even when Two-Face came about after the hospital, that's why in the third movie he's just such a shell of his former self, because he couldn't even contain Gotham himself.
Well, don't even mention that third movie, because you're gonna get me started.
Well, listen, that's probably a podcast for another day, but I thought the movie was...
You know what we're doing is drumming up ideas for a whole fucking hour podcast on every single one of these topics. We don't go full into.
I apologize. Go ahead.
No, but, let me just move on. Fuck it. Because otherwise we're going to be here fucking forever.
Don't do it, Joe. We'll balloon on another topic.
Yeah. Kevin Paulo says, who's the best casted superhero of all time? Robert Downey Jr., Christian Bale, etc. Man, I have to tell you that...
What was the question? Who plays the best superhero? Who's the best superhero?
Who's the best casted? Like, who is the best... Like, that is Superman, or that is this guy?
Reeves.
Oh,
Reeves?
Christopher Reeves?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I would say that I agree with that. I although I don't know about all time, but I would say Reeves, Downey Jr., and,
Downey Jr. really made that fucking role his, man. He really did.
Dude, that was so it was so real, like, because of him and whatever his wit and everything about him. Like, I would have never thought he'd be casted as Iron Man after following. Like, I've loved Robert Downey Jr. since I was like fucking 9. Like, yeah,
me too.
But
see, I'm weird with this topic or with this question, because it's like I know that there's been some really well casted superheroes, but I feel like the villains are always better cast.
No, it's true. Yeah. But he didn't say villains, but that's true.
Yeah, I know. It's like that's why I'm kind of at like a crossroads, because even though Christopher Bale did a good job as Batman, I still don't I'm not in love with his Batman. I almost like Keaton's Batman better than Bale's, but I like the universe of Nolan's better than Tim Burton's.
A lot of people don't like Keaton because they're like, he doesn't seem believable that he could do all this shit. Christian Bale seems like a fucking ninja, so it makes sense.
That's why I said I like the universe better, because they explain it more.
Well, they show him going to the fucking, get trained by fucking animals.
Yeah, when he gets trained by, Ra's al Ghul. And they changed the name of him for the movie. It's the Why am I drawing a blank? Help me out, Filthy. The name of the group. Why am I drawing a blank on that?
The fucking
Justice League?
What?
The
I think the League of Shadows,
League of
right?
Shadows,
Right, League of
yeah.
Shadows.
Yeah.
Right, but in the actual lore, it's the League of Assassins.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They didn't want to say assassins. Like Vince doesn't want to say war.
But again, yeah, even that is very comic booky, almost like cookie cutter type of name, and I think the League of Shadows works better. But I don't know, man. As far as like the best casted superhero, I think Robert Downey Jr. did good for Iron Man. But I don't know that I can give him like the golden pass as the best casted.
Yeah, and you know, like, cause I don't look at him and think that's Iron Man. I mean, now I do, but I didn't think that before. But when I look
Name somebody better.
Well, I guess what we're saying is like when you look at them and then they do the stuff, you're like, that's him. I mean, but to me, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. will always be Iron Man. Wolverine, right? Fucking.
Yeah, oh, that's a perfect example.
That's it.
Yes.
Like
Hugh Jackman is
Hugh Jackman, Wolverine is like the top, and then Christopher Reeve, Superman, and Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Those three to me, like those are huge ones.
But even McKellen is fucking Magneto. Oh, well, that's a villain. So
Well, that's a villain.
Yeah.
Well, fucking what's his name is Professor X is fucking pretty good too.
Yeah,
you know?
Patrick Stewart. Yeah, that's a perfect one too.
I know it's like really new and it's kind of hard to give a lot of credit to it, but I think that Gal Gadot that played Wonder Woman fits that role pretty perfect.
And we buried her at the beginning. We're like, she's this tiny little supermodel. What the fuck? She's not Wonder Woman.
It took the cinematography photos that leaked online for us to really be like, wow, you know.
Oh yeah.
But and listen,
Another
man,
show that I loved in the '80s when I was a kid, Wonder Woman. When she spun around, dude, I did that shit.
Best in that one, dude.
Yeah.
Well, it was like when X-Men was coming
Bailey's
out,
like, oh.
and they showed Wolverine. I was like, who the fuck is Hugh Jackman, and why the fuck is he playing Wolverine? and then I'll never forget. Remember when you first see Wolverine? He gets in that cage fight, and then after the fight, he's at the bar and he's smoking a cigar. When he looks over at Rogue and he fucking raises his eyebrow, I'm like, dude, that's fucking Wolverine, dude.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That was, dude. I was 16, so I was just like, or 15.
You know what? I may
happy.
have to tip my hat to Marvel on this one. I think Hugh Jackman is the one.
I think so. I really do. I think that guy. I mean, I'm serious. Like I forgot. I almost forgot until I thought of it. And it was like,
Can't call me biased now, you faggots.
I would say
Was that even Marvel? I don't even think that was Marvel who did that. That was like Fox.
Well, I mean, it's a Marvel. I just gave it like the comic.
Oh, okay.
The company in general, but yeah, it was Fox because Fox was what? What? Sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, it was produced with Marvel.
I almost did it again because I was about to be like, well, they did. They were.
Well, that was
Fantastic Four,
before.
X-Men, and-
That was before the property went the way it did. They were in conjunction with Marvel at the time, I think. So, it was Fox, but it was Marvel. They were like working together in some way. Where the new. But right after that, they changed, though. It was when they did the first Hulk movie is when they just started working on that, the property, and things switched around. Anyway, I
Can
think...
I change my answer to Ben Affleck as Daredevil? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, my God. Edward Norton is the Hulk. No, go ahead.
Honestly, I don't like those new movies, the DC movies, but for the most part, but Ben Affleck as Batman is a pretty good casting.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
good
think
casting.
Yeah, I think he did good with what he was given for sure.
But yeah, I'm going bias. I'm going from like my emotion. It's definitely like you said, Professor X, Wolverine, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, Superman, Christopher Reeves, and Christian Bale probably comes up as Batman after that or something. For me, I'm sure there's people that we could do another. That's another show again. So I'm gonna write all these things down, and we're gonna do whole episodes on all this shit.
It's not a bad idea, honestly, for you to write it
Dead
down.
serious.
You know,
Dude, you know what? Somebody in the chat, we forgot all about fucking Wesley Snipes' Blade.
Oh yeah,
that's fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. Because who the fuck else is ever gonna play Blade now?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Who they gonna get? What? Michael B. Jordan.
That had. You know what? The only problem with Blade is that had some bad villain casting though.
Right.
Villain casting was bad, but Blade was spot on.
I would say the first Blade, yes, but I think that the dude that did the Reaper in 2 was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then I actually think the guy that was Dracula in 3 was awesome too.
Remember when Triple H was a vampire in that one?
Oh my God! And he suplexed Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, he was a
he had a
mess.
badass death though in that movie, if you remember it.
Oh, Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool is pretty fucking spot on.
Isn't he like a what do they call that? Like an
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, but he's
a hero almost.
But he's considered a good guy, bad anti-hero. But he was horrible. Green Lantern was terrible though. When he
that was a horrible. That's the worst.
Somebody said that the writers of Game of Thrones are the people behind the first Wolverine movie.
Maybe it might be. That might be true because you know what? I recognized them in the interviews after Game of Thrones, and I'm like, where do I know these fucking guys from?
Because that movie was terrible.
The first X-Men?
No, the first Wolverine movie.
Oh,
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh yeah, that movie was dog
when
shit.
Deadpool had his fucking mouth sewn shut. It's like, dude, that's his whole shit. Is talking shit.
Yeah, that was bad.
But dude, all of those were pretty bad. To be fair, even The Last Samurai was trash.
Well,
too.
also to be fair, they didn't write all that either.
But not Logan, dude. Logan was good.
Yeah, Logan was pretty awesome. It was so
I just looked it up. It's one of the guys.
One of the guys.
Oh, just one of them. Which one?
David Benioff.
Oh, Benioff.
Yeah, whatever. I can't pronounce his last name.
I keep thinking they look familiar
And
every time I see
somebody
them.
else, Skip Woods.
Skip Woods. What the fuck kind
That's
of
his
name?
name.
Skip Bayless. Henry Cavill is Superman. I got to give credit to that too.
Amanda Carmen starring in the new.
Oh no!
Amanda Carmen is the return of Leatherface.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
Oh, the champion is gonna kill you. What else we got?
Gotta do is look at me.
Cosmic Kyle, where's the weirdest wrong number you've called ever? What's the weirdest wrong number call you've ever received? Huh. I don't remember, but I did have a weird one. I don't remember now though, but I remember thinking like, what the fuck?
It's weird to say that because like I've had like people like remember when you used to be able to prank call and you were able to like change the voice tones and stuff. I've had some weird ones with that, but I've never had like a weird call that was like, I'm gonna murder you, like nothing like that. So
No, I had a guy call. I know what it is now. I had the guy call and he said he was outside.
Yeah, that's weird.
And he was like, "Can I come up now?" And I was like, "Yeah, come." I was like, "Well, dude, I think you got the wrong number." Yeah, it's me. And I'm like, "Okay." And then he goes, "Yeah, I'll come on up." And I'm like, "All right, come on up." And then I hung up on him, and that was it. I don't know. That was a weird call, I guess. What? Nothing bad. Though. I bet you there's a bunch of shit we're all forgetting because this is like stuff that happened back in the early '90s and stuff. You pick up your parents' phone and somebody, whatever. I masturbated. Shrimp Juice says, "Would you rather drink a pint of your worst enemy's piss?" Wait a minute, didn't we read this one? We did this one before.
That's because we get these fucking questions every week. Of course, it sounds like we've read this one before.
Thank you, Shrimp Juice. Would you let Tommy sleep with your wives? No, Silver Saint.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Who the fuck asked that question?
Silver
I would
Saint.
let Tommy riddle the shit out of her.
Well, Silver Saint's photo is Chris Benoit, so.
Oh my god,
dude, that guy's a piece of shit.
I'd let Tommy come on both of us.
Yeah,
dude.
For a couple $1,000, I'd let that happen.
You need some coffee, bro.
You know the PSI that low is gonna be, dude.
Yeah. The Great Deity says, Tommy, Minnesota Vikings, Stephen Gurman got arrested. What would the charges be for on each one?
Pedophilia.
He fucked the burgers, so they had arrested.
Bailey with no thought. No thought goes pedophilia. I'm saying
it's pedophilia.
Vikings, it's for getting in a drunk fight. Stephen Gurman, it's for touching kids. And Tommy, it's for molesting someone, like he touched a woman and she's like rape, basically assault, because he's done that already a million times. So
the Vikings fan, Tommy NC-22 and Stephen Gurman star in Fat Fellas. Could you imagine if they made a movie like with those three guys, like Tommy, Henry, and
Fat Fellas?
It's those three.
Big
it's just
fat.
about them like jerking off their children.
Oh my God. Kermack.
I would agree with you, Joe.
Yeah.
Except I would change Minnesota to like getting caught with his dick in an alpaca or something.
An alpaca. Oh man, he's like, I heard if you fuck them, they grow faster. We can make more money in the fall. I heard if you. I'm trying to think of his voice, and that's not it. It's fucking like. Well, yeah, I heard. Fucking heard if you fucking,
Black cock fucking mountain. Who played that?
You fuck a alpaca in the ass, its hair grows faster.
Mountain. Black cock fuck.
Kermack says, what is the most emotion?
Kermack the frog?
Careful, you're going to scare Mira over there if you start talking like that fuck from Canada.
Oh my God!
He'll
Yeah,
fucking
that's,
he'll go delete his Facebook next.
oh my God! Can you guys believe that, man?
I told him it was going to happen, so I don't feel bad at all. I mean, like, seriously, how does it feel that I told you that eventually that was going to happen, and he went, not with us, man, because we actually friends, unlike you. You're not friends with anyone. Yeah? Who's the fucking friends now, you deleted YouTube channel fuck? Kermac, what is the most don't keep not listening to me and see what happens, you stupid fucking idiots. What is the most emotion you've ever experienced in a video game, Kermac says.
Ooh. Gears of War 3.
What?
Yep, Gears of War 3 when Dom dies.
Oh.
Spoiler.
Sorry. Came out fucking 10 years ago. Get over it.
Never played it. I played the first one, though. Loved the first game. Quick, really quick campaign.
Yeah, the campaign on one was very quick, but man, it was 06 to 11, man. It was 11 or 13, I can't remember, but yeah, when Dom sacrifices himself to save Anya, Baird, and Marcus, that hit me pretty hard, man.
I think for me, it's just I don't have like the games never made me feel that way at the end of it for the most part, but I just feel that way about the game from the nostalgia. So like playing through Halo 1, playing through Mario 3, and playing through like Metal Gear Solid 2, shit like that. Like that makes me but I just feel that way about the game, not really about.
All right, Filthy.
What the fuck are you sending me, Leah? Oh, because my camera's on my head. Yeah.
It's just silly.
I can't wait to hear this one.
It is silly.
I think the most emotional roller coaster was the very first God of War game.
Really?
Yeah, because
Diablo 2 too. Yeah.
When you find out that Kratos, the reason his fucking skin is that white is because he fucking was tricked into killing his wife and kid, and the ashes of their remains is now fused to his skin. That was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Like, can you imagine having to see that in the mirror?
Yeah, I have a panic
single
attack.
Fucking day for the rest of your life.
Panic attack.
She can't do anything about her face. Relax.
Oh.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Ken just left the call.
Probably had to go figure out his shit.
Oh yeah, he said he was only going to be here for an hour
For an
anyway,
hour,
so
yeah.
he was here a lot longer.
Yeah. Well, kind of. At one point, he turned into
except for that half hour, he decided to fix the piping in his walls,
in his asshole.
And Relic.
That's a good answer, man.
That is a good
Relic
one.
is right. I forgot about that because I knew there was going to be a game that I forgot about.
Yep.
Dude, the ending of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
I haven't beaten that one.
Oh, that's the best one.
Yeah, I said 2, but it's really not. It's not the I'm not saying it from the story. That's the problem because the story in 3 and what happens. I'm just going on my own nostalgia.
Metal Gear Solid 3 has the best boss battles in my opinion.
Yeah, dude.
The sniper fight
with the controller.
What?
Is that the one with the? It's got one of the fights. Is the you have to do the funny thing with the controller. You have
that's
to
the original.
No,
that's the original against Psycho Mantis.
Psycho Mantis, yeah.
You're fighting him in the office in the presidential
Yeah.
seat or whatever it is. And yeah, you have to plug the controller in port 2 so he can't read your thoughts.
I did that by accident. I remember he reads your memory card. He's like, "Oh, you like playing Castlevania, huh?" I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, dude, that was so fucking crazy.
But I'll never forget. Because I was getting my ass whooped by. I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on, dude? I can't do anything." And I remember I got up pissed off, and I had both controllers plugged in, and I tripped over the first wire of the first controller on the way to the bathroom, took a piss, came back, and by accident picked up the fucking second controller and all of a sudden whooped his ass. And I was like, what the fuck just happened? Why all of a sudden? And then I'm like, oh, shit.
It is fucked up when you first find out about it because I can remember I saved up all my FAMAS ammo because I knew that there was going to be a big fight where I needed it, and I just cleared every fucking clip of that shit I had because he was just dodging it, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I used the codec, and I just for some reason decided to call Campbell, and it's Campbell that tells you, right? It's Campbell or Naomi.
I forget.
I don't
dude. That's
remember
a
either,
long
dude.
time.
One of
That's
them was
like
like
1997.
Yeah, because they're like, try plugging your controller into slot 2, and I'm like, huh? And then I did it, and then Mantis is all like, why can't I read your thoughts? You know, and you're like, oh shit, and then I just started nailing him. I was like, here we go. And then right after that, you get killed by Sniper Wolf. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, I'm done. I'll move on. I pretty all my stuff is stupid emotional stuff. It's not gaming, unfortunately. I don't have that in my head right now. I'd have to go back and play the game to remember everything. Where the fuck did I leave off of these? God damn it. Fuck me. Kermac. Oh yeah, Daryl Stoltz says, what are your top 5 favorite cartoons to watch when you were a kid? All right, let's rapid fire these. Top 5 cartoons as a kid.
Someone's got to go. I don't even.
I can tell you right now.
All right, I'll go first. And it doesn't really have to be in order.
Right.
Thundercats, without a doubt. Masters of the Universe is in there, without a doubt. You got to throw fucking Looney Tunes in there. It's fucking classic. Definitely. You know what? I don't want to pick a single Hanna-Barbera cartoon, so I'm going to pick when they used to fucking race each other. I forget what they used to call it. When all the characters used to get in that race. And then, dude, fucking Transformers, without a doubt.
So, there's like 2 versions of this, right? Because kids, it's like weird to say, because I could go into like Rocko's Modern Life and Doug and all that stuff. But I'm going when we were even more kids, I guess. So I'm going to say, yeah, Transformers, Masters of the Universe, Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles.
The real Ghostbusters, you mean?
The real Ghostbusters, yeah, not that one from the early 80s.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
Someone stolen ideas with that one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that was a weird show. And I don't remember now what that was about. But because even as a kid, I always wondered why they call it the real Ghostbusters. And it ended up being licensing because of that other show. But no, it would be all those. And I would even say, I'm going really kid. So I said Transformers, I said Ghostbusters, I said... You know, I kind of like Thundercats a little bit, He-Man, yeah, Masters of the Universe. But yeah, definitely Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and actually I would say Rainbow Bright. I watched the fuck out of Rainbow Bright as well.
Rainbow Bright?
Yeah, man.
Well, I got a question.
I didn't turn out to be gay. It's amazing.
Does this exclude, like, The Simpsons?
Well, see, I was going for really kid, like when I was like 8 and before. But
okay.
But you're right. Like, there's another section to that. There's like my older kid experience where it was like 6 years old to 11, which I would say like Simpsons, Beavis and Butthead, Doug, Rocko's Modern Life, that type of stuff. Ren and Stimpy, Rugrats.
Well, I'll kind of do like a hybrid because these are just like, it's just the ones I know that I've watched the most throughout my life. So I'll just include them anyways. But it's definitely Sonic the Hedgehog, Batman Beyond, King of the Hill, The Simpsons, and Scooby-Doo. Those are the ones I know that I've seen the most.
Yeah, I think me and Filthy went for the back when we were kids cartoon.
Well, I guess I could replace it. Like, instead of doing King of the Hill and The Simpsons, I guess I could throw out there, like, I really love the Flintstones.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with Filthy, man. I was a fucking sucker for Looney Tunes, bro. I loved all of them.
Dude, let me tell you something. Foghorn Leghorn is one of the funniest motherfuckers there is, dude.
It is some of the most misogynistic shit. It's awesome.
Tom and Jerry was good, man. And I did like DuckTales. I loved all that shit.
Oh, yeah, that's all. And what about fucking Gummy Bears?
Dude, and I even like Bobby's World.
Coyote and Roadrunner, that shit used to have me like bust a gut laughing.
Oh, forget it, dude. You want to talk about violence? Come on.
Oh,
guys,
how many
shoved
times
up his ass every day?
How many times did the fucking coyote get an anvil dropped on his skull?
Oh my god. How many times did he fucking stand on the edge of a cliff and then the fucking whole cliff fucking dropped except him?
Too many times because that's why I didn't put that on my list because it was too many times because after I saw 2 of those episodes, which I did love by the way, I was like, all right. I don't
know. To me, it was like Coyote and Roadrunner was like Itchy and Scratchy to The Simpsons for me.
Right. Yeah. No, it was good.
I love
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo was huge for me, man. It was like that, because that was Hanna-Barbera, right?
Yep.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, it's so hard. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't want to pick one because you have the Jetsons. There's so many Hanna-Barberas. So
and the Flintstones.
The Flintstones, Jetsons, fucking, who else, dude? I'm trying to think of the race.
Well, wasn't
Scooby-Doo?
What was the Blue Dog or whatever? The
the Smurfs too.
That's not what I'm thinking of. It's like, what was the Blue Dog?
Oh, you talking about Huckleberry Hound?
Yeah, Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah. Dude, it's so many good fucking.
Yeah, I'm older.
Yeah, you know, now that I
Filthy's
think
much
about
older.
it, man, like, I think I was.
Gargoyles.
What?
Gargoyles.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gargoyles.
Gargoyles. Never saw.
No,
that
I know
one.
what you're talking about. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's weird now that I think about it. It's like, you know, I really did watch a lot of Hanna-Barbera's. Like, yeah, like the Flintstones, the Jetsons was big too. Somebody just said that. I think it was Joe, or was it you that said
No,
that,
Filthy said it. Filthy said Jetsons.
Yeah, the Jetsons was big, man. And what was a Top Gun? Not Top Gun, but a Top Cat. You remember Top Cat?
Uh-huh. I didn't watch
Johnny
that, but-
Quest. Remember
Dude,
Johnny
there
Quest?
was what did you guys know about a cartoon called Captain N, the Game Master?
No.
It was a kid that gets sucked into his television, and now he's like hanging out with all the Nintendo characters. So it was Mega Man, Kid Icarus, Simon Belmont,
Yeah.
and I know I'm missing a few, and the main villains were Mother Brain, the fucking King Hippo from fucking Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and the fucking Eggplant Wizard from fucking Kid Icarus. Like, it was a bizarre show.
You know another one I liked, which was much less known. It was called like something where they would like punch their fists with their wrists. It was like bionic powers or something.
That sounds like the Wonder Twins.
It's like that. But
That reminds me of Mr. Gadget.
well,
Inspector Gadget.
Oh, Garfield.
Inspector Gadget, yeah.
Inspector
Oh,
Gadget
way
and
off.
Garfield.
Gadget next time.
Yeah, that was great. That was and Heathcliff was another one I watched a while.
Dude, there's so many. Like,
Yeah,
see,
there's a
now
lot.
we're getting deep.
Watch
No.
Sailor Moon. There's a girl one though. I probably didn't watch that.
Yeah, I saw Sailor Moon. I used to
You
watch
watched Sailor
that.
Moon?
Yeah, I used to. Well, it was because it came on before Gundam Wing. I used to love that show.
Oh my god! Like,
That My Little Pony.
you
The old
two
school
are
My
showing
Little
your
Pony.
youngster age.
Hmm?
I feel like you two are showing your youngster age with that one.
I could throw Pokemon out there if you want to be.
You know, I almost want to say, and you guys would know this better.
It's too
but
old
dude,
for it.
I used to watch the fuck out of Space Ghost. Now that I think about it, and I think
Yeah.
that wasn't that Hanna-Barbera too. Wasn't Space Ghost
That's a good
Hanna-Barbera?
question. It could have been.
If it was, it was.
I just feel like it was
later.
the same type of animation. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Let me see it. I gotta look. I mean, we got Google here. We're acting as if it's 1985. We got a fucking. Let's see.
Oh, Yogi Bear Frost said
Yogi
too.
Bear is definitely Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah, that's a big one too. And then
Johnny Bravo. Yeah, that's right. I didn't watch.
Yeah,
that,
because all that you start thinking about those late '90s shows, because like Cow and Chicken and
Yes, Space Ghost is Hanna-Barbera.
there you go, man. I used to love watching Space Ghost. So yeah, I think it was like as a kid, I would probably say Hanna-Barbera like kind of dominated my cartoons.
Dude, did you ever see the fucking Charlie Sheen roast?
Oh
I
yeah,
think so.
when he was on
Dude.
tour, right before he was on tour with that whole thing.
Patrice O'Neal was ripping into who's the guy who created Family Guy again?
Seth. No.
Hey, come on, guys, we should know this. We watched the Orville. Why can't
Yeah.
we? Seth Rogen, or not?
Seth-
Sorry,
No, no.
Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane. Patrice O'Neal started ripping into Seth MacFarlane. He's like, first of all, he's like, just come out already. You're fucking gay. He goes, I think what your problem is like you need like a Barbera to keep you in check.
And then he died the next week.
Patrice
Yeah,
O'Neal,
and then he
man.
died. He died pretty
died
much
the-
really
really?
shortly after that.
He had a blood clot, man, in his head.
That
Yep,
sucks, man.
gave him a stroke.
You could back in the day before he was really kind of big, not big, but like popular like he was, where he could like do his own thing. You could see him almost anywhere in Boston and New York. Like he would be going back
Well-
and forth from Boston to New York all the time.
Joe, you know how I found out about him was I've said before I used to be a diehard Opie and Anthony fan. So when I had XM Radio, like one of the usuals on his show was Bill Burr, and Bill Burr was like real tight with Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
So Patrice O'Neal came on Opie and Anthony one time. I was like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy's hilarious, and that was how I found out about him.
Yeah, Patrice was really funny. And
Did you ever watch The Cult of Black Phillip?
No.
Mm-mm.
Go on YouTube whenever you get a chance and type in The Cult of Black Phillip. Patrice O'Neal had his own show on XM on the Virus channel.
Oh yeah. I never.
Fucking hilarious.
I always saw clips of that, but I never listened. to
Did
a
you
full
ever
show.
listen to the Virus back on XM?
No, I didn't have XM back then, but I've been listening to it a lot lately. Like going back to old episodes.
Yeah.
Like I was just listening to like a race war between Patrice and what's his name? Nick DiPaolo.
Oh my God, DePaulo.
They get into it big time, dude.
Oh yeah,
Nick DiPaolo is a fearless motherfucker, dude. He don't give a shit what he says.
He
dude.
is a strong,
Have you heard him?
right Republican type of guy
Right.
too.
Have you heard him
He
fight
just
with
moved to
Artie?
Georgia.
Oh, why?
Did he know shit?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he said first it's
More of
fucking
his
way
friends.
cheaper. He's like,
Sure.
I don't want to fucking deal with that traffic. He's like, and there's too many fucking liberals up there.
Yeah. He's a funny guy. You listen to him fighting with Artie Lang when they did their show for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
They couldn't even last like more than 3 months, dude. The first episode, they were like, "This is great," and by the 4th episode, you could see that, like, he was like pissed off about everything that Artie Lang
Oh
did.
my God. You know what would be? You should write this down if you're actually writing shit down, Joe.
Yeah.
If you guys really want to have a laugh, Nick DiPaolo and Artie, their big blow up argument on
Yeah.
the air that ended the show.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen it, it is one of the funniest fucking things you'll
Oh,
ever
yeah.
see. Just because Nick DiPaolo sounds like such a broad, the way he like gets mad about Artie trying to like segue to a different dude. Do we have more questions? I kind of want to listen to it now.
It's really funny. I know what you're talking about. That's the show. They fucking went to shit after that. Like, that was it.
That was the reason it ended, was because of that, because DiPaolo caught on to the fact
And
that Artie was still just on heroin and
They
just
had
didn't
that.
have any.
Yeah, because he was professional, ready to go, and all this shit was going on with Artie. And, you know, everybody else kind of puts up with it, and then eventually, dude, he couldn't even fucking stay on Compound fucking Media.
Yeah,
he couldn't even do that.
Fucking Cumia.
You couldn't even show up at like fucking apartment number 7 on that big green screen piece of shit that Cumia has. And Cumia ain't exactly like a micromanager. You know what I mean?
Right.
Cumia is probably like, hey, you show up, at least you fucking this and that. But
Yeah,
like,
he's probably the easiest person to ever work for.
right.
Oh yeah,
DiPaolo
Cumia has.
DiPaolo was probably a little tough to work with.
Right.
For Artie.
I mean, even Cumia said that Nick DiPaolo, when he would do shows with DiPaolo was kind of like a bit of a control freak.
Yeah.
But listen, I'm a huge Anthony Cumia guy, obviously.
This poor bitch who had to do the podcast with him too.
Can we just play the clip?
actually-
Fuck it. I mean, come on, we got to listen to it.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You hear it?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I've said 3 words tonight. All right, go ahead. Oh, my God.
No, you got to go back a little bit more.
Oh, I know what it is. So like he's trying to get through the draft shit.
No. They're doing their weekly picks for the NFL Sundays.
Oh, okay.
And
Miami.
Artie keeps trying to veer off and talk about something. If you go back like 30 seconds, you'll get it.
Yeah, here it is.
Alrighty. The Steelers. This is a good one. It hasn't been for a
This
long
is a
time.
good game.
Steelers at home are favored by 3.5 against the Bengals.
Hate to do this to
I
you,
don't know
boys.
about that.
I like Pittsburgh.
I like Pittsburgh.
We're with the spread now, giving 3.5. I hate to do this to you, fellas. We got a couple of Bengals fans amongst us. Don't ask us how that happened.
My Patriots. Going down to Jacksonville. They're favored by 14.5.
Oh, DiPaolo's a Patriots fan? Now I like him more.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he from Boston?
No, I'm just kidding. He's
Yeah.
from Boston. Yeah, he's from Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do shows with Patrice too. Then they got in a fight.
Because with Tom
They should
Brady.
be favored by like 24.
Yeah, I agree with you. And we want Brady, baby. You know, we're in the finals of the
Maurice
celebrity.
Jones-Drew's not playing again.
We both take the Patriots.
We're in the finals
Indianapolis.
of the celebrity series
Indianapolis
fantasy football.
at
What other
Kansas
celebrities
City.
are in it?
Nick, let me tell you one.
What?
I'm telling her about that we're in the finals.
I know. We got to do this because we got a musical guest and we got to teach the twins. I got a job to do. I'm trying to do it. All right.
You always
That's all.
fight like
I'm
this.
trying to. Yes, we do.
we have a job
No,
to do.
actually.
Artie's on Planet fucking drugs, and DiPaolo's on Planet Schedule.
He's on Planet Professional. And Artie's on
Yeah.
Planet Needle.
Right. And now when you embarrass Artie, now that can't. It's all fucked up.
What's the job?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
DiPaolo's looking at her like, motherfucking bitch, can you help me out? You fucking egging him on for this story he's gonna tell. When I got shit, I got checked. I got like 90 boxes I haven't checked yet.
Jesus Christ. I've said 3 words tonight. All right, go ahead.
Oh, my God.
Christ, I'm just trying to do the picks.
Okay.
It'd be great if one of them got thrown through that fucking window right behind him.
All right, we got a band. They got to do another song. All right, you're going to teach the twins.
We don't have to do
a
that.
song, and then they're going to do the song at the end.
We don't have to.
Right behind Nick DiPaolo to his left of his elbow, Jason Veritek smashing fucking Rodriguez in the face. Love it.
Where's Mike Pachetti when you need him?
I've got it all thought out.
We don't have to do
Dude, is he wearing Red Sox headphones? What the fuck is DiPaolo? Look at his headphones. He got fucking Beats by Boston on.
The Twins.
Okay.
We don't
You
have
were
to do
rehearsing
it.
before the show.
And Artie's got Yankees ones. What a couple of homos.
Yeah, but we could do that after the break.
Okay.
After the January 7th.
All right. Okay.
Bonnie, where's your candle?
You want me to blow them up?
This takes 2 minutes. We can rip right through it, and we can
Okay,
talk
but-
to Bonnie some more. That's what I was doing.
We're in the finals of Sirius Satellite Fantasy Football. That's right.
Can't wait for vacation. Give me a month.
Okay. Go ahead.
Indianapolis at Kansas City. Indianapolis.
Wait a week. You want to have a show?
Favored by 7.5.
Indianapolis.
I'm taking Kansas City.
Are you
Just to
really?
be difficult, yes. Dallas at home, favored by 2.5 against the Saints.
Dallas.
Saints. Redskins favored by 6.5 at the Eagles.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia also. Tampa Bay at home.
This is what Tommy does.
No, I don't care. I don't follow
Okay,
this.
I get Tampa Bay too. Oh, now you too big
I
for
don't
this.
follow this. I'm trying to be very regimented, like we have to be on the show.
Just rip through the picks
Let's
like we
do the
did
picks.
last week,
Okay,
dude.
we're
Don't be
doing it.
difficult about it.
Difficult.
All right?
I'm sorry to be
Jesus
difficult.
Christ, just do it.
I was
Then we
telling
can
you
talk to
something.
Bonnie, okay?
Well, you're acting like we have a chart that we go by.
We do.
No,
we have a
don't
hard
have to
break.
do- we don't
Would you
have
just
to
get done? Do it.
Thank
do
you.
it. Do it.
Giants. Giants at Baltimore.
Giants.
I also have the Giants. Houston.
Houston.
At Minnesota.
Houston.
Artie is dressed like he's gonna pick up fucking cans.
He's dressed like a fucking slug.
My God.
You just cursed.
Yeah, I just cursed. Dump that. No, you don't.
I know.
I understand
we
that.
don't have
That's
to
all.
be. We don't have to be. America's not waiting for me to teach the girls anything. We could do that another day.
Ah, dude, you're just fucking difficult.
Didn't what he just cursed?
Yeah, I just cursed. Dump that. And I'm going to curse again, so dump the next 10 minutes. San Francisco at Seattle. San Francisco's favored by 0.5 point.
Wait, they're on the real radio here? I thought they were on like Sirius or something.
No, it was syndicated.
Direct TV.
I really? What the fuck? Oh, that's
Yeah.
why they wouldn't double team this cunt who's fucking talking to them.
In Seattle.
I'm sorry.
Jets at home. 2.5 point favorites over the Chargers.
Chargers. I can't take the Jets.
I'm taking the Jets.
The big fucking Christmas tree behind Artie. I don't know why
You're
it's
gonna catch
killing
that.
me.
The points, 39.
42.5.
There you go. See,
we
was
never,
that-
we never
Go
do the
ahead.
comments.
No, I think we covered the comment. We covered the comment.
Bonnie,
Go ahead.
we're in the finals of the
Does
series.
it get crazier than this, Bailey? Doesn't they start fighting?
Yeah, the big blow up kind of really happened, but it kind of happens a little bit right here.
All right. Because I swear I thought it was worse than this. It really isn't that bad, but it's like, dude, you know what it is? It's not that funny. It's just kind of like this fucking, it's just a shit show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a train wreck.
That's what I said. Like they come off sounding like a couple of broads.
And by the way, I want to say to everybody out there, speaking of up against it and schedules, we really got to get out of here. I'm going to go through all the questions that you guys asked that we didn't get to, and I'm going to put them all together for next week, all right? And we're going to answer all the questions that you guys sent last week and this week and put them together and do them next week. And I won't put out a question for next week unless I'm an idiot again. But so there you go with that, because we got to get out of here. But let's see this last little blow up, and we'll have a little closing thoughts on life and rape.
No, really?
Yeah.
Sirius Satellite has a celebrity fantasy football
Now he's plugging someone else's shit.
league, and Nick and I were in it, and we didn't follow it at all, and we're in the finals. So now we're, that's what I was trying to say before.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what it is? I know what it is. He's fucked up. He's so fucked up. I just picked up on that. I mean, I know he's always fucked up.
No, Nick was tired. His patience was up because he knew he was fucked up.
Yeah, I just picked up on it. He's just
When
kinda
when Nick got re-signed to Sirius a few years ago, and he did the Nick DiPaolo show on Sirius,
Yeah.
he came out and said that he's not even friends with Artie anymore.
Well,
because he just said after so long, you can't do anything.
Yeah. That's one thing, but the reason for like the on-air fight is basically all I wanted to get into or say really quickly was because we've all had this happen. Ken's had this happen. I've had this happen where it's like, you're doing a show and then
You and Ken have had this happen multiple times.
yeah, where people like stop talking or somebody else isn't quite there. I mean, me and Ken have done it. I don't know if I've done it to him because I haven't done as much stuff for him and with him, Ken's passed out on the show a bit, and you get pissed off at somebody because you're like, if you're doing a show with just them, especially, you're like, okay, well now we got this, and then the other person's kind of like, yeah, I don't know, yeah, it could be, yeah, and like they don't say anything, and you feel like you're playing tennis with yourself.
Yeah, that's true. You're bouncing off yourself while there's just somebody breathing on the other end with you.
And you're just like, all right, hold on to this next thing. And, then usually it recovers from there. But then if somebody still isn't serving back, you eventually throw your fucking tennis racket at the ground. Like, what the fuck's going on here? I don't have my dancing partner. Because, yeah, you could do a show by yourself. Anybody could do a show by themselves who's got that sort of passion and talent. But, when you're there structured around having a co-host or 3 co-hosts or whatever it is, and other people aren't alive, or you've lost them and they're not coming back from it, you just get pissed off. You get like, what the fuck? What's this about? Now, it's different if you're like taking over the conversation and then you're looking for somebody and then maybe other people zoned out a bit. That's different because that's like can be your mistake. Like I do that sometimes and then people go like, oh, I didn't know I could talk again. That's different.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That happens to Ken too.
I was just doing that just now. Like,
yeah, I know, you fucking asshole. See, that's what it is. Deliver it. Back me up. So then you get pissed off. It happens to Ken too. Sometimes Ken will like fucking talk over everybody.
Well, how many times have we heard Ken do that with Chris
on his show? Yeah, like someone else goes, "You filthy."
Filthy. You've been there for that.
Filthy. Yeah, you're like.
But dude, here's the funny thing about that though. I actually love when Chris and Kenny get like arguing because it's so funny.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things I ever heard was when Ken was trying to pump these guys up for their WrestleMania show. And they're talking about doing the live show, and they're going to be on their phones. Chris comes back and just goes, I got to fucking be on my phone the whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember how shitty Ken got? And then he goes, he's like, it's going to be fine. We're going to have headphones. He's like, how long do I got to wear these fucking headphones for? he just kept bitching, and Kenny goes, you know what, dude? I'm a little fucking, just don't fucking come. Don't fucking come. And then you just hear Filthy do what he just did, laughs in the background. That kind of pisses off Ken a little bit more because he realizes he's coming off a little weird. So Ken's just like, you know what, Chris? You've always got fucking something to say. That shit is just funny to me, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's just how they are in real life.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine. I mean, being cousins, I get it, man. It's just, yeah. It's so funny though. But like, obviously they're family. But like, Chris has done that before. Ken's done that before. I've probably done it before. I mean, it just happens. Sometimes both people just aren't on. It just happens sometimes.
Or one person's in a bad mood and the other person's in the opposite mood, and they start.
Joe, have we ever had that?
Oh yeah.
It's like people that hang out that like some people are drunk and some people are high on weed.
Oh yeah, it's the worst.
And they don't mix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or some people are on coke and some people are drinking. They don't mix. You know what I mean?
It's like being at a big house party, and then you have like that group of chicks that just get weird when they get drunk. They're just like, this fucking shot. Like it doesn't work.
Dude, when you said house party for some reason, did you ever hear how JB Smoove? You know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
JB Smoove is the guy who plays Leon in fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I love that fucking shit.
He had his own show on MSG, the JB Smoove Show. Can you believe it? That's the name.
Yeah.
He was the way he describes being a running back in the NFL. He's like, being a running back in the NFL is like being at a house party and then you hear gunshots.
Oh my god.
You have no idea how many times. And I'm not shitting on Joe with what I'm about to say because it's actually funny to talk about now. But you know how many times we've done a show where we'll be ready and Joe will be in a fucking sour ass mood. Like you'll just be in a bad mood and I can already tell what type of show it's going to be. You'll bring up a topic and you'll go, yeah, I don't know, but you know what I'm fucking really sick and tired of? Dude, I always go back to it because it's one of the most memorable ones.
Here we go.
I busted my ass chopping up this clip. Do you remember when Ken cried on the air?
Yes.
And I chopped it up and I turned it into this interview where I like cut his bit so it sounded like we were having a conversation. And I was like, so Ken, you needed to tell everybody something here, and you wanted the people on Corrupted to get the exclusive. And I was like, you wanted to admit to people that you're indeed a homosexual. And he goes, it's just a really hard thing to talk about. So I had this like really good bit like all queued up, and just so happens on this day Joe had something really bad happen to him. He was in a bad mood, and it went from a 2-hour show to a 30-minute show real quick. Like I played this bit and Joe was like, yeah, it's pretty good stuff. I'm fucking sick and tired of Blake. I can't take this shit anymore. He's like, you know what? And he just, I don't know if it was Blake. I just, you know.
Yeah, you're just using somebody, yeah. Married
but
to
it's
a whore.
happened. Listen, it happens to the best of us, but yeah.
And I'm the antagonizer. I like, instead of diffusing it, I like to just keep fucking getting people riled up. Like I'll even do that at work. Like it just happened the other day. It just happened yesterday. There's a guy, you know, he's been there at the job for like a lot longer than I have, and he fucking hates getting like late deliveries. So I've been fucking getting on. I'm like, wow, dude, you're getting fucking late deliveries shoved up your ass every fucking day. so yeah. I called. I'm talking to dispatch, like, yeah, have a good weekend, whatever. I'm like, listen, if Joe gets mad at you, you know, you blame it on me because I keep calling him Liberace because you shove it up his ass every day. So I call him Liberace Joe from now on. So, and then he gets all fucking, it's fucking bullshit, fucking bull.
You know, everybody thinks you're a fool.
You get them all boiled up. I do the same thing at work, man. If two guys get in this little spat and it's kind of playful, one of them will say something, and I'll just go, oh, ho, 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 ho. I'll just do that, and then that'll rile the other guy up, and he'll say something. I'll go, ooh, and I'll just keep doing that. And it just gets them fired up to the point where like, dude, fuck off. Not me, but they'll start getting into it for real. I'll be like, oh, shit. Ooh. And I'll just keep doing that, dude. You sound like a black man, like hyping up his rapper or something.
And then, like, when people fuck with me.
What?
Wait, we just going to pass over that? Sounds like a black man hyping up his rapper?
Yeah, like a black hype man, you know?
Oh, okay. A hype man. You could have just said hype man.
Well, you know, it's like when black people are arguing, there's like a group of them behind the two people arguing, they're always just like, wow, wow. You know, they just
I get it. Yeah. Like, oh, we gonna kill that? Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Anyways, we should probably get out of here.
Anyway, yeah, that's about it. That's all. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Good show.
It was fun. I had fun. Yeah, I would say the first 40 minutes was insane, and then we started having some real conversation. It was very nice, very nice. And the whole time, I've actually had this girl that me and Leah, we abducted her, and we, yeah, we duct taped her.
It's like a Natural Born Killers when they tie up that fucking blonde chick.
Exactly like that, except she's all duct taped up. She's up the road. We found her. She was jogging and shit, and me and we were like, let's take her home. And we'll just have to. We're gonna let her go tomorrow. We blindfold her. She has no idea who we are. Leah, what was your say the hardest part of abducting her was?
I don't think she's here.
Oh, she is gone. Oh, I set that whole fucking thing up. I heard Vince McMahon the other day that Vince McMahon likes putting people in weird spots. I think I've got a little bit of that, and that's why I wanted to hear how the fuck what she was gonna say to that, you know. But we'll never know.
In the process, you made me feel awkward.
Yeah, well, there you go. Find out what happens next week on fucking Retards on Ice.
On the ID channel.
Oh, hey, the Americans won the paraplegic hockey world fucking shit today. They beat the Canadians. Did you know that? I seriously, I was turning on the Bruins game, and when the stupid Kentucky Derby fucking switched because they were on forever covering their retard mistake. I don't know if you heard about this, Bailey. I was watching because I was like, "Where's the hockey game?" and it wasn't coming on. And they were like, Thundercat went out of the lane, and so he was disqualified. And Faggot Trotter wins now. Like this horse that had no this horse that had no business winning won because a more favored horse did win, but didn't win because it went out of its lane at some point. So
stay in your lane.
So it was all this controversy. So they were probably like, "Oh man, it's too bad we have a hockey game coming on because we could have covered this for 2 hours talking about it." With the little mini fucking horse rider jockey fuck that came on, looked like Aladdin, and he was happy that you see. Bye.
Jesus. This is Corrupted. This is Corrupted. The Corrupted Podcast.
How about those Bruins, baby? 3-2.
Yeah, that was a scary game today, but it was fun.
You got him on. You may be going to the Eastern Conference Finals, man.
We got to kick those fucking Hurricanes' ass.
See those with those dual vaginas on their jersey.
Oh, I fucking hate the Hurricanes, dude.
I mean, they could have the double dual vaginas on their jersey, but how are the Islanders fans feeling about their goddamn vagina of a hockey team?
Well, dude, listen. Like I said weeks ago, we weren't even supposed to be in the playoffs. We weren't even supposed to. You know what I mean? We weren't even supposed to be. We were supposed to be scraping the bottom of the barrel of the fucking league.
Yeah.
So it hurts.
But Mike, you guys swept the fucking Penguins, bro. There's no way you guys should have got swept by the Hurricanes.
Dude, the Penguins have no soul.
First of all, the very first game of the fucking series, they fucking call a fucking goal a no goal, which should obviously been a goal. They called interference on the fucking goalie. Anders Lee wasn't even in the fucking crease, and supposedly they could have reviewed it, but they called a penalty on it, so they couldn't.
There you go, Joe. There you go.
Yeah, there's another one.
I've been preaching this for a week on my morning show.
Yeah.
What?
They've got to change the rule in the NHL. There's got to be review on penalty calls.
And the Islanders would have went up 1-0 that game. They would probably I don't know if they would have won the game, but that game went to overtime 0-0. So maybe the Islanders would have won 1-0.
That could have flipped the series. It could have.
Yeah, that could have changed shit. Yeah, without a doubt. Listen, I'm not gonna make excuses for my fucking team. The power play was terrible. They weren't taking shots. They were really pissing me off. But now I'm interested to see what Lou Lamoriello does in the offseason.
Yeah, because I think you guys are in a great position because, free agents are going to see what you guys did in that first round, and you're going to add a couple of pieces and maybe go further. But you know whose fault this is, right?
Whose?
No.
It's Ken's.
Oh, he jinxed the team?
He jinxed the team big time. He bought that Renner jersey during the playoffs. You're not supposed to do
Oh, yeah, well, that too. But he also said when we were down 0-2, he's like, we're going to win the next 3 games, and then they're going to win. See, I learned a long time ago not to say what my team's going to do. I mean, listen, I'm very superstitious. I'm very superstitious. Like, I don't see, but like, not that it really matters whether what I say is going to do is going to really affect my team. But I never say I never say, oh, my team's going to do this, my team's going to do that, because I feel like whenever I do that, my team does the opposite.
Yeah, see, I got lucky last year because I boasted about the Red Sox for the entire year pretty much, and luckily they won the World Series. I would have ate my words hard on that one. But I will say this, man, during the Golden Knights series when we were up 3-1, and I just wouldn't stop talking about William Karlsson because he's like my favorite player and he's awesome. Right. And Keisha's like, why don't you get his jersey? And I was like, well, because the playoffs are still going on. She was like, so? And I was like, you're not allowed to do that. She goes, what do you mean? You can't buy jerseys online? I was like, no, you can, but you're not supposed to do that.
I have a friend who, whenever he gets somebody's jersey, even if it's the regular season or the off season, you can guarantee now that he's got his jersey, either that person's going to get traded or he's going to get hurt.
Yeah, that's, dude, we used to have that with the Pacers. I can't tell you how many times we bought the jerseys of somebody and then they were traded. I remember I got my hands finally on the J.O. jersey, Jermaine O'Neal, the pinstripe one, and then he got traded. I was like, no, he was our franchise. Because, after Reggie, it was Jermaine O'Neal. He was the guy. So I got him. I was like, fuck yeah. And I got the early 2000s pinstriped jerseys. Fire. Bam, he got traded. Went to the fucking Celtics, I think, didn't he?
Who?
Jermaine O'Neal.
Oh, Jermaine O'Neal, yeah. Well, yeah, we had him for a year or two, or not even.
Oh, I was so fucking disgusted. I wasn't burning my J.O. jersey because I think that's retarded. But I don't know. The only I guess the only two circumstances you get away with it is LeBron or Tavares burning the jerseys. Because that
was funny.
Oh, fucking Tavares!
Yeah, piece of shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand jersey burning if it's like a Tavares or a LeBron James because of what they did, but.
Well, that's another consolation that, is that I got to watch him fucking get knocked the fuck out in the first round.
That's true, man. The Bruins, I mean, now there's, 2 years in a row, 7-game series. They knocked him out both times.
Fuck Tavares and his fucking vagina.
I'm glad he's at home. Was sleeping in his fucking Maple Leafs fucking sheets.
I think they lost because of Austin Matthews' nostrils.
Oh, God.
He's got some weird fucking nostrils,
yeah,
bro.
Dude, I heard Nazem Kadri fucking came in fucking Tavares' asshole. That's what I heard. That's what I fucking heard.
What?
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to get out of here.
Yeah, man. Let's go to bed or whatever.
All right,
Hey,
man.
do they still upload the condensed games to the NHL TV app?
Don't know, but I know they're on YouTube.
Oh, like on the NHL channel?
I think NHL does it, but there's individual people that upload. There's one guy from like Boston who has a YouTube channel with like 8,000 subs, and he uploads everything like that.
Dude, I love when they upload the condensed games. Those are the best because you can just knock it out in like an hour.
YouTube TV has those too.
I'll have to go check the Bruins and the Jackets game out.
It was great. The first 2 periods, the Bruins scored 1 goal, and that was it. And then in the third, all hell broke loose for everybody.
See, that's why the condensed game is going to be great.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Good shit.
Good shit.
All right, man.
Good night, Filthy. Thank you, man.
Later,
Thank you,
good
guys.
night.
I might
Good
call.
night,
I don't know what you're going to do with. Can I speak? I'm fucking retarded. I don't know. Fuck me.
Listening. Well, I was gonna say tomorrow, but it's really today now.
Oh.
So I'm probably not gonna pop in until after I get home from that. So.
Alrighty, that's cool, man. I'll see you on that maybe, or otherwise, whatever.
All right, man.
All right, see you, man.
I'll talk to you later.
Come. All right. Hey, listen, everybody. Thank you for listening. I'm sorry we didn't get to all the questions. We'll get to all the questions later on next week. Hopefully, we'll finish off all the questions from this week and last week. And we'll have a fucking good old time. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to play some shit on Twitch or go to bed. One of the two, depending on how the medication works. So thank you guys. Yeah, Jermaine and Shaq at the same time, Michael Keane. Good call, man. That is true. That's when I wasn't watching that much then, but I started watching because I was like, I can't believe we got Shaq. This is fucking crazy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I will see you later. See you tomorrow. I'll be live tomorrow night with my gaming stream, and I should have the audio version of this show up in a little while. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you next week and see you during the week and all that bullshit. Lots of stuff to come, and I'm still fucking sick. Goodbye.